And welcome back to Scav Tech, everyone. Today's episode, we're going to be discussing, as probably many of you already guessed, Tarkov 1.0 is officially out. We've played it. Giga's played it quite a bit, trying to keep up with the times, as he was telling me, manage everything going on. Lots to discuss. Storyline quest, gameplay changes, weapons, and just kind of like how the vibes are right now.
Yeah, it's certainly an interesting time. I've been playing a lot. We're trying to play basically as much as I can around making the YouTube videos that need to be made at the beginning of the wipe, because there's a lot to talk about. But yeah, I mean, if we take it from the beginning, it's certainly been a strange time. We had like Pestely's interview with Nikita before. He didn't really say too much, talked a little bit. I've had a lot of questions about like permanent accounts versus the sort of seasonal accounts. Maybe we can talk about that a little bit later about what that might be. Because so many people have asked about it. And then we went from there into the kind of like special version of Tarkov TV, which entailed an hour of like scavs walking around the stage, like looting random boxes before Nikita turned up in a suit, said a few things. It was a very strange one. I thought there was going to be, I don't know, I'm not sure exactly what it was going to be like, but it was like 2 hours or something of I thought it was going to be really, really long. I thought it was about 3 hours with all sorts of stuff in it, but it was basically just like an hour and a half or something, or 2 hours of them reminiscing about like the journey to get to 1.0.
Yeah.
Didn't really talk about what was really coming or anything particularly. It was a bit strange. They had a couple of videos that were kind of cool. I think they had the cinematic trailer thing, which was really cool. There's like the storyline teaser cinematic, and that was awesome. That was really, really good. And that's now the new opening to the game. That's like very high quality, nice piece of film that they've done. And then they just like walked out through the gate and they were like, yes, it's launched, that's it. So people were like desperately trying to get into the game and no one could get in. Like there was no pre-downloads or anything like that, so people were just like, oh, are the people on Steam going to get in? Are the people on the launcher going to get in? Like I managed to then trap myself out of the launcher somehow, so I was like stuck out because I was like, oh, I need to restart it because someone said there was an update, but I think I'd already had the update, trying to rely on Twitch chat. I don't know why I thought that was going to be a good idea. And so I locked myself out of the launcher, and then I sat there for ages just like, oh, I've just like screwed myself, this is an absolute disaster. And then by some miracle I ended up somehow getting into the launcher, and it must have just been like the stars aligned, and I got into the launcher and the button with the update was already there. Like it was just there, like update the game. So I pressed it. I've got good internet now. I'm back at home, so it was like, but then it had to unpack. But I had the update, so it was just churning through. People were like, "How are you in? How are you downloading? What's going on?" It was pretty crazy. And then the game launched, and we were like, "What?" So I like chose my name, chose my face and stuff, and then as soon as I pressed the button, it was like starting local match, and people were like, "What? Like this must be a joke, whatever." And then I think word must have got around. I was literally the first person on Twitch to get into the tutorial in Tarkov 1.0, and I had 5,000 people come into the stream to see,
That's
see
crazy.
the beginning of the game. Yeah, because it must have got around that like I was the only person on Twitch in there to see what was happening. But then it kind of went downhill very, very quickly after that, like almost immediately.
As it does.
As it does. So I load into Ground Zero in the tutorial bit. It's like there's a massive stuff everywhere. I didn't really want to miss anything. So I was kind of walking around. We've got this like tape player in the inventory. I was like, well, there's a tape on the desk. So I'm just like, okay, I press the tape. There's these tutorial things popping up, and I'm like, is this going to work with like the custom keybinds that I've got? Like, is this right? Because sometimes when you have a new tutorial that you've seen and you've changed your keybinds, it's like not the right thing.
Yes.
I thought this before anyway, and I went over and it's just like, oh, and then you need to you pick up the tape, and then you need to press M to play the tape. And I pressed M, and it just like meleeed, because I have M as melee on my keyboard. And I was like, oh no, the melee key's like overridden the radio key. So then I was like, man, there must be a radio key somewhere, but there's no keybind for the radio.
Really?
So I moved the melee key away, but now it's just scuffed. And I can't and it still doesn't open the radio. So I couldn't listen to the radio recording in the intro. And bearing in mind at this point, there's like, as I said, there's like 4,000 people watching. I like literally can't open the very first audio recording. I was like, oh my god, why is this happening? But anyway,
Stress is getting to you.
Yeah, so I was just like, okay, we've got to like get on with the tutorial here. I can't, people like asking me a million questions, just like, oh, like, what are the skills different? Are there different skills in the menu? Like, check the menu, check this, check this, and then check the other. I'm just like, oh, it's too much to look at. Let's get on with it. Anyway, so just like trundle through the tutorial. Like the Ground Zero tutorial is like super tiny. It's like really tight. It's quite atmospheric. I think they did that in quite a good way. You wander through, and you go and pick up some stuff and kill some scavs. I mean, they've changed this about 3 times now, how the tutorial works, which is really bizarre. So when I did it at the beginning, you went through and everything you got in the tutorial you kept. Well, they've already changed that, apparently. I don't know why exactly, but they snuck a LEDX into the tutorial under like a tarpaulin, and that started getting widely reported later on. And I think there might even have been a GPU there somewhere as well, people were saying. And so people were just like, oh, but like, have I missed it? Have I not missed it? And then they changed it so that after the tutorial, you don't keep anything that you got in the tutorial, but you just get given like a random pack of stuff, including a GPU and a LEDX found in raid for some reason. It was really weird. And like 2 million rubles or something. And now they got rid of the 2 million rubles as well. And people are like, what? Like, why are they changing this like on the fly? Like, surely they had like, surely they had a plan for this. First time, the meme with the anyway. So it's really bizarre. So obviously I didn't get the LEDX because I was like wandering around trying like to figure out what the hell was going on. And I was just even in the moment I was like, is there any point looting all this stuff? Like I kind of only half looted the map because I was like, I just want to like get on and see what happens next rather than spending my time like looking for every found in raid Solera that I can just on the off chance. Because if I get out and then it's like, oh well, you deleted all the stuff. It was just the tutorial. I would have been like, well, fair enough, even though so that wasn't like it when I thought it, but now it is like that. Really strange. Also, subsequently, I did some audio testing recently, and so I had to open up my other PC. So you get force fed into the tutorial no matter what you want to do when you first open the game. So I had to play it again on my second account, and the LEDX is there. It is there in the tutorial. I can confirm I've seen it with my own eyes, and it is actually in fact impossible to die in the tutorial. I don't know what happens if you go MIA. I didn't bother trying that because I couldn't be bothered to wait for the timer. But you cannot die in the tutorial. You literally have like God mode on. You can get down to like 60 HP, and after that you don't take any more damage. I had like 3 heavy bleeds, 2 light bleeds. I just stood in front of a scav with them shooting you. You literally can't die in the tutorial. Which is that's quite funny. Quite an interesting choice. Rather,
it's like an interesting choice.
Making you start again.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I didn't really.
I guess you could get soft lock if you're really bad. You could get soft locked into the tutorial, I guess. Like,
yeah, but at that point, like, I don't know. It's like that always feels very.
This isn't the game for you. Like,
yeah, it always feels very like, all right, your first task survived the tutorial, and the tutorial mission's just like throwing like saw blades at you, and like Tequila's running at you. Like, it's just welcome to Tarkov, whatever. But like, okay, so I played, and I'm gonna be honest. What I do? I think I just hit escape and leave raid just to see what happened, and like it takes you to the menu, and I guess you get a MIA because I had no HP afterwards, but I got the rewards and stuff. So like you can't skip it, but what like I mean like what does it actually tutorialize you on, I guess? Because I did watch you play it a little bit. I was in that chat of 5,000 people here and there.
Yeah.
But
well, I mean, it just comes up with pop-ups telling you like how to crouch and how to vault over stuff and like how to pick up a gun and put the mags in and whatever. Like there's just lots of things actually down in. You may not be able to see it very well because of the camera, but like in the bottom right there's this instructions popping up telling you what to do. I was ignoring it, right, because like we don't need to
right.
Under the radio stuff, all of the other things about pick up a gun and pick up this and equip this and how to heal or whatever. I was just like whatever.
I mean, how would you rank it?
I honestly don't know. I can't see it through the new player's eyes, and I wasn't at the time anyway. As I said, I wasn't paying attention. I was like very flustered about like the radio not working and stuff. So I wasn't really paying attention to the. But
was the other keybinds matching your tutorial messages, or was it all just
in
like
fact?
The
yes, everything was fine. Everything else actually worked, which was pretty good. So it was just the radio one that was broken.
Okay.
I did have a really really funny moment, which was. Double clicking on slickers in a bag made me eat the slickers, and I was like, "Oh no, they've changed the keybinds because it should move it across from like the bag into my inventory." But I was actually just wrong, and I'd just forgotten how Tarkov works because I hadn't played it for like 2 weeks because of Arc Raiders. Because in Arc Raiders, there are no consumables really like that. You have to equip everything to use them. You can't use them from the inventory. So double clicking any item would move it into your bag.
Yes.
But I double clicked in Tarkov expecting it to move over because of Arc. But I do actually have consume on double click as a setting in, and I was like, they've reset the keybinds for a split second. I was like, they've reset it. This is awful. And then I was like, actually, hold on, no, I need to use like control and stuff. Like I can't just double click. That's not the way it works in EFT because that'll open. Even if I did just normal double click, that would just open the info screen. Right? That's not. It's not how Tarkov works. You need to use a modifier key to move stuff. Because I'd literally, and I mean, this is sort of as an aside, but like the first 5 hours of EFT was like rough as hell. All of my muscle memory was just destroyed by third-person art gameplay. It was just terrible. It was genuine. I could not win a PMC fight. I think it was the 6th engagement with another player that I managed to actually finally not die to them. I was like, this is bad. And then it got a bit better. I was at like I think I was at 30% survival rate within the first 10 raids or something. I was just like, oh, this is not good. This is how you run out of gear and end up like on the poverty line. Because if that happens early, that it has a disproportionately bad effect. You know, if that happens later, once you've like accelerated up and then you lose a few kits, it's okay because you never hit the like low. But I was like seriously at the point where I'm just like, I don't have any armor. Like, I'm now like going through the money stack. As soon as the game opens up, you go into the you go into the storyline bit, and the very first thing is basically a therapist being like, pay me 250k, you can go to Streets of Tarkov. And I was like, well, it says I need to do it on the list of the thing. And so I paid it, and then I was like, wait, that's like half of my cash. Like I only have 500k to start the game with. So I was like, right, well, now I'm just like hemorrhaging money. I'm like really, I'm only a handful of Packers away from actually being broke, right? And then, when I died like 5 times in a row to other players, I was like, this is starting to look really serious. But it did pick up from there. I mean, that is a starting point with the storyline. I actually think the storyline stuff is good. They've really pulled back on their expectations of transiting. The transit stuff in the hardcore wipe, like it's just not fit for purpose. I think they know this at this point. It just doesn't work as a mechanic. So you've got the 3 maps. You've got Ground Zero. You've got Interchange, and you've got. Wait, maybe you don't. Is it just Interchange? I think it might just be Interchange.
I think it's just Interchange.
Yeah, because Streets is the payment. So if you get extorted at the beginning, then you can do Streets as well. Not that you need to, because that comes later, doesn't it? Because you do Interchange. You speak to Ragman, and then you go to Customs, and then you speak to Skier, and then you go to Factory, and then you go to swap to Mechanic, and then you go to Woods. I think so. It's some combination of that. I can't remember, but it's like 1 quest per map. So it feels like honestly fine, and I think it's quite a nice way to get new players to play a bit of each map, do something easy. Like it is actually quite easy as well. So good that has replaced like the initial bit for Ground Zero. I know that comes relatively quickly afterwards, but you still can do other stuff. Like you're not like locked into Ground Zero and can't transit anywhere or any of that rubbish, right? It's a lot better it's way better than it could have been, to be fair. And I think that that little sort of mini tutorial series of getting up is okay up until the point at which you get kind of towards like reserve, because so the first storyline task, I don't know how far you got through it, right? So the first storyline task, you get all the way up to reserve, and then Prapel's like, okay, well, I want 5, like I think they're found in raid PMC dog tags, which is quite a lot early on. Because like 5 found in raid dog tags, like you don't get a PvP quest for a long time. It's like Punisher 4, I think, is the first actual PvP quest, or maybe Setup, or maybe Stir Up. They're that's easier than going.
There's one that you gotta like for Skier turn in however many dog tags.
You're right, actually, there is one. Yeah, Friend from the West 1. Yeah, you're right. But again, like to unlock a map for it to be 5 PMC dog tags, it's like intriguing. That is like quite a big barrier especially for somebody who's new to actually kill 5 players and have their dog tags like found in raid as well. I think they need to be found in raid, which means you need to kill them and survive. You can't just like kill one, dip on the body, like take a dog tag into your pouch, die, and then hand it in. I think it has to be found in raid. So you have to survive the encounter, not die to the duo who's inevitably around the corner. So it is quite tricky. But anyway, obviously that wasn't too bad for.
Sorry, that is just to unlock reserve.
That's just to unlock reserve. So that's part of the tour. So the other stuff is like, Ragman just wants you to leave Interchange once. Skier wants you to find building materials. Yeah. Bolts and nuts and whatnot.
That's about where I made it.
Mechanic wants you to survive Factory. And a run through counts. So you can transit out of any extract. You can leave out of any extract. If you start in gate 3, you can just turn around and leave. It counts to me. I did it for science. I extracted by accident because I was getting chased by somebody like fully loaded. And I had my tail between my legs. I was got like busted. I think I killed 1 player and then got like just completely busted up by someone else. And I was like, I'm dying. Like we just need to leave. So I just left. And then it counted, despite the fact that it's saying it needed to survive. So I was like, okay, that's quite lenient. That's okay. And then the next one was just like, yeah, 5 PMC dog tags or something. I was like, to access reserve, like that's quite a lot. But I guess reserve is, it's a quite spicy PMC zone as well. It's hard to leave, so it's probably quite hard for new players. So maybe that's okay. So I did that. And then the next one, it's just like, to unlock all the maps, I've still got to go to Lighthouse and Labs. Those are the last two things. Well, for a start, you don't get Labs cards for until way later on in the game. So I don't know what the deal is with that. And the other one is, and it's one that people have been talking about ever since day one. Is there any way around this? Is mechanics just like Fanar? You need to speak to Peacekeeper to get to Lighthouse because that's the old USEC place. But we only know the safe routes, so you can still transit there. But you can't pick it from the map screen. And I still haven't done it because guess what he wants? Guess what mechanic would like to have from you to speak to Peacekeeper and get access to Lighthouse?
A VPX.
$20,000
USD, 20,000. So that's like
Do you know how much that? Do you know how much that costs in game? And by the way, the new USD rate is 200.
200.
They've upped it from 150. So dollars are now 200 rubles. So
I was just doing the calculation on 137. I'm even further behind the curve.
So that is indeed 4 million rubles you need to give to mechanic for the end of like the map tutorial.
Well, I mean, it's totally worth because Lighthouse is such an amazing map.
Well, exactly. So I've not paid it, right? Because I'm not going there. And I was like, maybe there's an alternative because they said, it's like, it's like a non-linear story and stuff. So I was like, well, there might be an alternative to this rather than just going, caveman grind ruble and then pay up kind of thing. I was like, maybe there's some clever way to go through this a different way. Like maybe you level up with Peacekeeper, maybe you build up your reputation with him in a different way, and he's just like, oh mate, I'll let you in. Like you do me a favor and I'll let you into the map. Don't worry about it. So far, doesn't seem to be. I'm Peacekeeper 3. I haven't done much of the rest of the actual story yet. Because of things like that, it kind of like put me off. So there was two parts to it, right? The first part is they want like 4 mil. And for reference, for people who are still doing it, you get a better rate implicitly if you sell stuff to Peacekeeper versus doing the dollar thing. They made dollars, the dollar purchase is really expensive. But if you if you sold a gun to mechanic and it was going to cost you 30k, for example, well, Peacekeeper would give you $200 for that. So the implicit rate is like 150. So you're better off selling. If you were going to sell if you were going to buy dollars and you have stuff to sell to traders that Peacekeeper would take, you're better off selling the items to Peacekeeper and getting the dollars that way than you are making the rubles and then buying the dollars. Which I sort of get. That sort of makes sense. I don't mind that. That's okay. But even still, it's a horrendous amount of money to put through. And then the second part with the storyline, I've only got 4. There's like quite a few different story quest lines. There's like Tor, which is the first one, which I think I need to do the payment and then go to labs and then that'll be finished. Then there's another one about like the crashed airplane or whatever. Like I've not gone through to the end of any of them because none of the subparts give any XP or any rewards or any money or anything. And then when the game's like make 4 million, that's the end of the tutorial. And then I did another one which is about like some bear squad, the Bogaters thing, which is quite. I quite like those quest lines. We'll talk about that in a sec. But you get to a certain point in it, and it's just like, I need a powerful radio. Intel Center 3 will do just fine. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess they want us to progress with the normal game then, and not really focus on this. It doesn't seem like it's something to be rushed, right? There's no rewards really for most part. Apparently there are some for some of the ends of chapters. I know of one. I know of one reward that's like meaningful. For an end of chapter.
Well, outside of that, I gotta know, like what.
Well, it's like you get like a mil for one of the end of chapter rewards or something, but it's the only one that I've heard of.
Okay.
But you invest your time and your gear and your effort in like doing all these things for the traders to do the story. So you move through the story. It doesn't other than like progressing you towards like escaping from Tarkov. It doesn't give you anything. There's no trader rep, there's no XP, there's no items, there's no money, nothing. So if you want to actually like buy the better ammo and go up the trades, you have to do all the side missions. So you basically just have to play the same games we've always been playing. So I've been focusing on the side missions because obviously I can't make the videos I'm making without getting the XP and the levels and everything. So I'm not really doing the story now. I've opened up the first 4 and I've done some of it, but I got put off by like A 4 million, B get Intel Center level 3. So I'm just like, well, this is definitely not supposed to be done now. The feeling that I get from it is that we're supposed to take our time with the story, work through it kind of and not force it and not rush it. I don't think they wanted to. My interpretation of it is that they don't want to incentivize us to like rush through. Like if the story had like
Yeah, I
XP
could
on
see
it,
that.
everyone would like run a rush through. And an important point we'll come full circle now to what I was talking about seasonal accounts before. This supposedly, based on what we know now, maybe it'll change. Who knows? But it's probably I don't know 80%, 90% certainty that this account is going to be our permanent account. This account is never going to wipe. This is going to be forever. So you've got the rest of time to escape from Tarkov on this account in particular. So just chill, you know. We don't have to do it by the end of the wipe. You can take your time and finish it later, you know, or like slowly over time as you wish. Because the way that Nikita said it in Pesteli's interview, anyway, and the way that he's talked about it in general is that seasonal accounts are coming, but at the moment the seasonal account is the permanent account because there is no, you know, this is 1.0, and when the next wipe comes, which is in 6 months, according to what they said, then we'll get like a new character will be like spun out off of this main one, but this guy will stay. So the progression you get on this one is actually probably like more important, I suppose, than seasonal one that's going to wipe every 6 months. But this guy's going to stay with us, so
that makes sense.
It's yeah, it's nice to know that, you know, that progression is going to stay. At least this one's not going to wipe. It's like the one wipe where this character that we're playing on right now, actually, we're going to keep it. But Nikita doesn't know exactly how they're going to deal with the seasonal thing, because that's all well and good at the surface level. But there's stuff like, well, are the seasonal guys going to play with the permanent guys?
Right.
Like, surely not, you would think. But then that's going to split the player base. So then we're going to have PvE, we'll have permanent PvP, we'll have seasonal PvP, and then we'll also have arena as well. What about the Flea? Is it going to be a separate Flea? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. You might end up with like the permanent PvP character, like
Maybe
in most games. The permanent characters. Well, the permanent characters just tend not to get played, right? The player base is like way higher on the seasonal, and people are talking to me about Path of Exile.
Yeah,
and I'm like, yeah, well, I get it. Like, I understand. Apparently, like they roll the seasonal stuff into the permanent character or something when it's done. So like, yeah, maybe they could move all the items over to your permanent character, or like add the wealth over, or something. I don't really know. But Path of Exile isn't a PvP game, so to play Path of Exile on your permanent character, I don't play Path of Exile. But when I asked people, they said, you know, there's no PvP really. That was my impression. Right? It's like Diablo, outside of certain very specific sort of segments of the game. But to play Tarkov PvP, you have to spin up a server with other people. Otherwise, it's not the same game. It's not interesting. It'd be like they're playing Path of Exile without any enemies, you know. And you're playing kind of PvE on PvP, but with no AI PMCs either. It's like weird.
Yeah, I mean,
then would you ever get a game? It's going to take you 10 minutes on the permanent PvP server to get a match. Maybe you'll never be able to get into a match.
I don't know. I mean,
there's lots of questions. So
yeah, I guess that's something for them to figure out.
Exactly.
Yeah, jumping back to first impressions. What did you think of? Because, you know, again, as I said, I really didn't have much. Like, I just didn't know what to expect. But, you know, kind of seeing. I think I watched a couple of your streams early on for those first couple of days, and then I ended up playing a little bit myself. But what did you think of the like what we actually got? Because, like, you know, for those who aren't super keened in, one of the big highlights, I guess you could say, is the traders. Now you can visit them, which what that means is there's a new tab within the trader screen that's like visit. And because when you start out, as we said, you only get therapist and ragman, and yeah, you basically got to do like their storyline quests, and eventually you'll get some of the familiar quests, like what's the first one, like turn in 3, like go to Embercom on ground 0 and turn in 3 found in raid items or something.
Yeah.
Which, you know, most people are familiar with that from the legacy quest, if you will. But you know, you go in and it's like they're 3D modeled and they're like in their little portrait background, but it's all 3D modeled. I mean, it looks pretty cool. But there's still something about, I don't know what it is, but something about the characters just look uncanny. And I don't know if you've heard anyone describe this, but someone told it to me and now I can't unsee it, but it looks like their eyes are like slightly looking outward, slightly. Like it's so weird. I don't know how it's like inverse of being cross-eyed. But yeah, it just something about the characters. It just always looks uncanny, and then it's all in Russian, which like I guess I mean you got subtitles, which is nice, but like I don't know, I don't know, I don't know how I feel about that yet because I'm kind of like, I guess it would be extra work to put in English, but I'm just kind of surprised it's not. I don't know.
Yeah. I think that I think it's like it's almost like the uncanny valley thing where it's like it's good enough to make you kind of think that they're, it's like
Mm-hmm.
immersive enough, but then there's something cool not quite right about them that makes you kind of like feel uneasy.
Mm-hmm.
Um I just feel I think it's fine. Actually, it's bizarre. Maybe it's Stockholm syndrome, but I sort of almost feel like it kind of fits the vibe. It's like a little bit sort of PlayStation 2, the sort of animation, whatever. It's clearly not like, triple A dialogue
Yeah.
scene
Yeah.
quality.
Yeah.
And I think for EFT, I genuinely think it's actually probably okay. I
Yeah. I
think
mean,
it's all right.
it's I don't know, it's just something that's like I don't even know how to. It's what once someone pointed out to me, it's like I could not unsee it. Now it's just like I had to just impart that onto you. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I also
I guess people like reading apparently because I don't know. I honestly just I mean I'm this type of person in general. It's really hard for me to get into a story unless that is what your game is about. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, and once I'm invested, like I'm definitely invested. But like I'm kind of a hard like I'm very mechanics heavy on the front end.
Hmm.
So like I'm skipping all of the dialogue because like I'm not reading this junk. Just tell me what I gotta do and the objective stuff. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But I don't know. I guess some people like it. I'm not sure.
I think that the storyline quests are better for it overall. I
Hmm.
think it would be worse if it was just more text dialogue in the usual in the task menu bit. It would just feel a bit like more the same.
Yeah.
I am glad it's there overall on balance. I
Hmm.
think it could do with a little bit of work maybe. Um I think something I haven't actually tested this yet, but they did something with the textures and the way that the graphics work. They added a new line as well, Ultra. I'm waiting on bated breath for Clem's graphics video because I know he's working on it like every evening after work because
Yeah.
they've changed so much stuff. But BSG have given literally like zero information as to what they've done and what this is. And I
Hmm.
think a lot of people were playing either a medium or high, and it seems to have dropped everyone's graphics down like one step. So everybody's like turned up and the traders look like really kind of weird and like quite low quality in their view. But apparently, it is better if you stick the textures up to ultra. Apparently, they do actually look a bit better. I've not even tried it myself, to be honest, but we've definitely had some texture problems. Like visiting the traders was dropping down your textures by one in different maps. Apparently, it was
Huh.
some
That's a weird bug.
strange problem to do with like Streets of Tarkov like low texture resolution mode that was getting like activated maybe for the other maps or something. Like they supposedly they fixed that now, but yeah,
Huh.
you'd have to think of like you'd open a Wilston's package, you like can't even read the front of the pack. After you'd speak to the traders, you have to like restart uh
Oh, that's what I was
the whole
getting.
game. It was just yes, there's loads of low textures that was looking really quite rough.
Like
Um
the issue
so
I was noticing was a lot of the icons in the UI were like five textures
yeah.
down, but not all of them were. It was really weird. Like it wasn't a
Yeah, it's
big
really
deal. It's
strange.
just like I'm noticing it, and it's like this isn't how I remember it. But like it's fine, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's a
So I
shame
don't know. So
though.
I think overall I like it. I think
Yeah.
I think it's okay, and I quite like the fact that it's only the main story as well. So the side tasks, the normal tasks we've always done, they're still just in the same menu as they were because it's like
Hmm.
we don't want to have prep or read out, every part for
Yeah. Yeah.
Punishers 1 to 6 plus test drive. Like we don't need to visit him for all of that stuff. But
Yeah.
it's more of the main storyline. We go and talk to him for that. I think that's fine. Um, yeah, I think it's better it being there. I do think it rounds the game out. It does make it more 1.0e.
Yeah.
It's like it
It
is
doesn't
kind of
take
more
away
finished with it
anything
being there. It
from
doesn't
it
take
for
away
sure.
anything. It is slightly odd. I think we're getting used to it as well.
I just don't
Some of
know
the ones
if
are better
it's.
than others. But
I just don't know for me personally if it was like the pinnacle of Tarkov that felt like was being pushed by some like Nikita a bit and like people in the community, but that's just me though, you know.
My
Everyone's
favorite
got their
interaction is
own.
Prapor.
Well, why
Did
is
you see
that?
any of the Prapor interactions?
No, no, no.
He gets very animated and like he basically like jump scared me and all of chat because he like slams the desk with his tea
Oh,
halfway
really?
and I was just like, what the whoa? And he like everyone's
That's
just like
funny.
waiting, like wincing slightly, like waiting for him to slam the desk again. Like, God, like maybe they could have turned the audio down on that a little bit. Like and just suddenly boom, just like everyone who's like not quite paying attention. It's just like, whoa, what the hell's just happened? Jump scared in the trader menu, but he's quite animated, he's quite funny. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh,
So yeah,
Interchange got a an expansion. It's kind of cool. That was
yes,
all those screenshots we saw. I noticed like because I remember like seeing like power lines and like wooden, like almost like rocks that look like a shore. Because we were kind of speculating, a couple months ago maybe that was like a lighthouse rework maybe, but I think those were Interchange. I'm assuming. And I'd be curious to go back and see, but I played
good point.
Interchange, and I kind of explored a little bit of the outside, but I think I ended up. Oh yeah, that's what I ended up doing. I ended up going to the. I guess it's to customs. Yeah, the path to customs, and there was a lot of medical loot over there, and I already had the therapist task, or I knew it was coming up or something, and I was like, I wonder if I can do the transit thing where you like transit and back out and Alt F4 and then you back out into the menu basically. And sure enough,
Yeah,
that 1.0 right,
in the
1.0
game.
feature. I mean, it's what are they gonna do, right? I mean, it's yeah. Anyway, that's just kind of like
It's
is what it
that's a
is.
really tricky one. Yeah,
Yeah,
without building a proper system,
yeah,
which they haven't done for transits, they're stuck between people abusing it to get out of the raid through the transit
hmm
versus people losing all their kit if something bad happens
yeah.
through the
Which I think
transit.
the better of the
Like,
two evils is the
I agree.
abuse. Yeah,
As I said previously, many times they need to build like an islanding system for transit so that you have somewhere to go, right? If you transit out of the game, you end up in a like intermediate purgatory, I guess,
yeah,
where you can quit the game technically. Even like if you have a something crop up, like heaven forbid you have something crop up while you're playing the video game, right? But like if something happens and
yeah.
you just suddenly need to quickly get out of the raid, I can just transit out here. I'll just pause my progress. You can't interact with your PMC. Until you go back in again. Like, yeah, technically you could just quit and lose your stuff if you wanted
I
to
just
from that point, but they
why can't they do
need some
like
kind of island.
what if they did like make it just make it even simpler? Like you transit, you leave the raid, and now when you go to the maps menu, every map is locked except for the one you're transiting it to. And then once you play that map, you die or extract, doesn't really matter. Then like
Yeah,
boom, everything's
that's
back to
also fine.
normal.
That's basically the same thing. Yeah, that's fine. That's okay. Yeah, I think that's pretty much the same as what I'm saying. Actually, if I think about it, that's pretty much what I'm asking for. You've just slightly
Yeah.
thought about it one step further in a bit more detail. And
I
that's all they
don't
need. That's all they need. They just need something to freeze your PMC so you can actually just like leave and do what you want.
yeah, that's
It
yeah.
also makes you could do things like the marathon. You could do them over multiple days if you wanted to, for example.
Yeah, yeah.
Rather than feeling like, oh, I want to do a marathon run, but like I only have 2 hours and 30 minutes, so I can't even start it because if I get to the end, I'm not going to be able to finish. Which is like it's rubbish.
Yeah.
So yeah, they'd need a system like that. Otherwise, as you say, leaning towards the more lenient way, it's abusable, but it doesn't screw people over. That's better than the other way, which is usually the way Tarkov goes, which is like it's not abusable, but like people get caught in the crossfire.
Yeah.
That's normally the way Tarkov is. So fair enough. I get it. I get it. So yeah, but interchange expansion. So interchange expansion is cool. I think it actually has like fixed the map in many ways because now you can get to the extracts in more
There's
ways
more
than just
extracts
one.
now.
There's more extracts for a start. Hole in the wall has disappeared, but you've got for PMC, practically speaking, you've still only really got two easy ones, I would say. But normally you used to only have like one and the backpackless one, which was
Basically. I mean,
kind of the way it was, right? So it's like either Emacom and Railway either Emacom or Railway and the backpackless one. So you're just like, but if
right.
I want to loot the map, I only have one extract because the car may not be there or somebody may have taken it already. The safe room one, you need the special key for,
And you
and
gotta
you
go
have to be
hit
running around in the
power.
middle of the mall. and you got to hit power as well, so it's like quite
Yeah,
difficult
it's
to do. But I think
tedious.
someone was saying that was bugged as well. Maybe that the door like closes or something. You can't use it right now. I'm not sure. I'm not an Interchange expert, so I don't know. Whereas now you got like your guaranteed extract, railway or Emcom, and then you've also got the new green flare exfil, and I like green flare exfils. I think they're
Where's
fun.
that at?
So there's the big camp out of the front of the mall, behind the mountains. I don't know which one you went to.
Where does Scav Camp sat?
There's like a big scav camp. It's like it's quite a big area. There's like seats up on rocks, and it's like a smuggling space.
I did go over there basically. Yeah,
it's out the back of there. So if you go out the other side, there's a road, and it's actually really nicely signed. There's a billboard, and there's a picture of the flare symbol, and it says exit here, and you go along the road with the green thing, and then it's like right here, and then there's a board that says exfil. Leave the raid. Something. It says something on the board. Evac. That's it. It says evac on the board. And then you get in. It's like, oh, flare area. I was like, oh, this feels like. I was like, am I just going to like fall in a pit or something? Like, I feel there's got to be something. There's got to be some kind of trap here. Surely. No. It's like evac down here. No surprise. It's together. Like, they got it. I was like,
landmines. Yeah, where's the trick? Yeah, that's so
you get
funny.
like, oh, it's and then there's a claymore behind the sign or something. Like, it's like just like, oh god, yeah, just the paranoia of EFT. But anyway, no, it's like it's really, really explained. Like I stumbled upon it by accident and was just like, oh, okay, oh yeah, and it just works. Oh, this is awesome. And I used it the other day, and I had a great time. I basically did like a full run of Interchange, and I was like, I could just leave a railway. But I also don't really I want to stay in the raid. Like my stuff wasn't that I'd had some good stuff in my container, but I was like, I don't need it to be found in raid. I've done the quest, but they don't require me to actually be alive. So I was like, let's just go and hit the smuggler camp. And there were 2 player scouts down there. And one of them, I was like, he's gonna be so sad. Like, shot one of them. I was like, let's see what he's got. I was like, they have no secure containers. Let's see what their goodies. Lo and behold, Bitcoin in the guy's rig. I was like, it's so sweet. I was like, that guy's gonna be so annoyed. Because some people were like, yeah, do the greed. I was like, and some people were like, don't do the greed, just exfil and take what you've got. And I was like, no, we're gonna do the greed. And then it's just like, the greed paid off, baby. That's Tarkov at its finest, The guy's got the Bitcoin and all the other stuff. It was just like, hell yeah. So that was fun. That was a good time. And then green flight, out we go. It was excellent. So I've been utilizing that.
That's where. So you remember the old co-op extract? Well, that was Scav Camp, yeah.
That was the one on the road, right?
With the containers and
behind the kind of and the fuel truck thing.
Yes. And so that's now opened up a bit where you can go past it into a forest bit where that Scav camp's at essentially now. And that's also where the flare
up the mountain.
And then past that,
the flare's like right in the back.
Okay, so is there no more Scav? Oh no, there is. I saw it in some video. Might have been yours actually, but the underground bit. So there's like, which is really interesting because it used to be flooded, but now they've opened it up. But anyways, so like if you go into like, it's not Iowa. That's a state. What is that called? Goshen?
In where?
Goshen.
Yeah, Goshen. Yeah, the shop. Yeah.
Why was I thinking Iowa? I don't know. Anyways, you go into Goshen. You go down the escalators into like the underground
something
bit.
Like that above on the sign. I think
there is. It's got like I and there's a W and there's an O and an A. I swear, and it's like my brain just like assembled it.
Where's that? You are right. You actually are right.
But I think because it's it's not acrylic. My brain is not braining right now. Cyrillic, yeah.
It's because it's Cyrillic. Yeah. It's the toucan, right? It's because it says it looks like IOWAH kind of.
Iowa. Anyways, if you go to Iowa and Tarkov and you go down the escalators, there used to be like mannequins, and because you could do like a 180 and try to go down the next set, but it was just all flooded, right? But now that's opened up, and if you go down further, now it's like even another layer deep, but it's just like a little tiny rectangular box that's blocked off with like trucks and barricades and fences, and it's the Scav co-op extract, which I think actually fits really well. Like, Goshen is kind of like where all the Scavs like tend to like converge at one point or another. You know, it's just like I don't know why. It's just like it's such a little ratty place. You know, it like links up with the rest of the building because you got like those little side rooms, the PCs that can like connect to the other parts of the major superstores of the mall,
Mm.
and then you can go up or down. Well, you can go up from the sides, and so I think that works out from like a map design perspective, putting the scav camp kind of like in the middle of or the scav extract kind of like in the middle of it versus like
Yeah, I wonder where like you're actually going, but I don't know.
that's yeah, good
Just
point.
into the ground, where they keep all the scavs, 20 meters below in a big bunker.
Yeah, you hop on the truck and you just drive on the underground parkway to like I don't know, a tunnel system. Fences like come on, we're digging we're digging through here. Open up a passage to customs. No,
Yeah,
but
there's quite a lot changed on the map as well. Apparently, there's like other routes as well. I saw a tweet from TerraText saying that there's like a hole blown up in one of the shop walls.
ooh,
So I think it was.
I have to
What's
look
the
this
name of the
up.
shop? If you were coming up the ramp, like the killer ramp, the old killer ramp. What's the shop at the front left?
Up the killer ramp on the shop on the
And the front,
front left,
just the
a
front.
deek.
You got Rasmussen. Oh yeah, and then a Deke. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So in the back of a Deke, I think there might be a hole in there somewhere. That's what he said. I didn't actually check it out myself.
Oh,
It stops you having to go like all the way around, maybe. So there's like some more rotation routes inside, which is quite cool. I was just like, oh, that's interesting. And there's a new weird area in the in the car park
oh,
near
look at that.
the old. Yeah, you see. And I actually asked in that thread. I actually asked him and said like, "Where is it?" And he showed me on the map.
And so
So
that leads to.
unique, national.
Oh, okay. That's an interesting change from a map design perspective, like map flow.
Because otherwise you had to go. You were kind of stuck in that little quadrant. Otherwise, right?
Um, yeah, I
You
was
had to
trying to
either
make
go
sure
along
I'm
the
thinking of the
main
right store.
the main route. If you look out, go down in the comments and have a look,
Okay.
because there's literally a map.
Oops.
Because I asked. There you go. He showed me here. Said it's like here somewhere. And this map, I was looking at it. I was just like, I don't understand what's going on. But for some reason, this map is like 90
Oh,
degrees to what the normal map is. I don't know why. But the ramp is at the
yeah,
top
I
right and
understand.
pointing like for some reason.
National's the
Yes,
one
yeah.
because I was thinking of Revise, which is like this dark store that has absolutely zero loot in it. That like anytime someone's there and we're fighting, it's like, what are you doing there? Anyways,
Yeah.
um, but no, it leads into the national one, which sometimes killer can be in. It's the one with all the wood on the floor. There's like filing cabinets. One of the few places that has
Yeah.
lootable filing cabinets there. That's super interesting. Now it is like a little like quadrant. You can go in like a semi, almost a complete circle.
Yeah. Which is quite cool.
Oh,
So that's good. And then there's a new area as well in the underground car park. People tried to explain it to me, but I only really figured it out once I saw it.
mm-hmm,
It's near where the hole in the wall used to be, but inside the car park. So kind of you went in that way.
mm-hmm.
Pretty much as soon as you go in on your right hand side, that area is now that used to just be open. That area is like blocked off.
Hmm.
And it's like blocked off with like stuff. And there's a van like in the blockage, in the wall of like the blockage. And you can will crawl through the van and get into this closed off area. And guess who's in there? Actually Tagilla. of all people. I think there might be another way to get in, but like you can go in
What
through the
the
van.
hell?
There's and Tagilla's just like chilling in there. It's like his like gym area or something. Killer must have like built him a gym area in the underground basement or something like that. So Tagilla's like in there. And apparently there's good loot in there. I went there and maybe it'd been loot already or something, but like there wasn't really much in there. But people have said that it's like really good for all sorts of things. So that's kind of wild that that's in there. And then
It's so
yeah,
hard. So like you know that bit where you can go up on the underground ramps into like the back of
yeah,
Goshen? It's like
yeah.
past that, you're saying. Like you keep going even further towards like
So if
power.
you if you were going in reverse and you went from Goshan down the ramp,
Uh-huh.
it would
Oh,
be
okay.
how you'd get a hole in the wall from there. So you'd come out of the ramp sort of section, and then you turn right
Yeah.
towards like the way out.
Gotcha.
But it's and as you're leaving, so you go from Goshan, you go down the ramps,
Mm-hmm.
you turn 180 to leave the ramps. You walk forwards, there's a little tent on your right. This is like now inside the underground car park. There's like a little tent bit on your right. You go
Okay.
round the tent bit. Rather than swinging around right again to leave the underground car park and go to a hole in the wall, on the left there, that's like where the blockage is.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, I want to go and boot this up because I have seats for myself.
Yeah, go check it out. It's kind of funny. And then there's one other camp as well, which I've hit quite a few times, which is the bear camp. I can't remember. I wanted to call it something else because it's part of the like one of the story missions where you're trying to like track down this bear squad. There's two camps. One of them is on Interchange. One of them is on Woods. And I wanted to use the real name for it to make it more obvious, but everyone just keeps calling it the bear camp. And now I've forgotten what the name of the camp is. So everyone's just calling it the bear camp, but it's basically the one near Emacom. So it's just a little bit further up from Emacom. And I've spawned there. I spawn there all the time. And when you go there, it's just like a little camp with a tent. But inside there can be a LEDX. I've had LEDX from there. I've had multiple defibs. Somebody told me that on day one they thought that the LEDX was like spawning way too often. They were like, I'm literally level 11 and I've had like 14 LEDXs. I'm just farming this
Wow.
thing. I don't know. Maybe they changed it or something. But like I had one. As I said, I've had defibs, ophthalmoscopes, stuff like that. There's usually, I think there's an AK-101 in there. There's a Class 4 armor just like leaning against the wall. There's like fuel, all sorts. It's like crazy. It's crazy. Like so I've a number of times I've literally spawned in near Emacom, wandered up to the bear camp, looted the entire thing, carried on wandering up, used the car and left. And that was it. That was the whole raid. Just like one camp, use the car, off we go. Do it again. I did twice in a row and I was like, I'm getting loads of good stuff here, but I'm like, I'm actually bored. Like I want to go and like use my gun. I don't want to just like loot the bear camp and leave every time to the car.
Yeah, I did find that little camp area. I mean, there's like tents and such where you take the transit out on the highway to customs. There was a lot of loot there. I was genuinely kind of surprised. Like I got a scav moonshine. And then there's like medical bag and stuff. But I mean, I'm not really complaining because the Interchange did have like a little bit of a problem. Maybe not a problem, but it's just not a traditional Tarkov map, if you will, where it's like all the loot's inside a building and there's caches outside, and that's the map. You know what I mean? That was basically it. Yeah. So it's nice to have some variety, I think, because a lot of people didn't like Interchange for that reason, which I can understand.
Yeah, I would say that the mall feels quite empty. I think lots of people are looting around the edge. Like the edge of the map seems like really goated compared to the mall, right? You've got like the smugglers camp one side, you've got the bear camp the other side. You've got like lots of area around power station. I sniped somebody off the top of power station roof for the first time. That's like 2020 Giga meta. You know, like how am I going to complete this mission? Oh, maybe I'll get on the power station roof, like when it was already closed off. But I was like in this weird fight where I was like somebody was chasing me down, but they were clearly lower level and didn't have as like. But I wanted to shoot them with, and we'll talk about it later, with the new Bolty, and I was like, I've got a good idea, guys. Let's go up on the power station roof and see if we can kill him from there, because it's rather than it just being in the corner, there's now the extra section. They've moved the car extract probably 15, 20 meters down the road towards where the new edge of the map is. So I was like, oh, you actually get quite a good little outlook because people are kind of sneaking around the edge now. So rather than people just going down the roads, you can also see people sneaking through the forest. And I actually caught him from up on top of power station roof. I was just like, man, I don't think I've killed someone I don't think I've been up there for like maybe 2 years, which was pretty fun. So that whole area is like, there's just way more stuff on the map. So when I did have to go into the mall, I did. I can't remember what the one's called. The one we have to go around and do the 5 shops in one raid. The really annoying one.
Yeah,
I did that. I didn't see anybody. Didn't see anyone. I ran around the whole mall. I pretty much did it at sprint as well. Just all of them. You know, Dino store, whatever it's called, up to the next one, this one, that one, all the way around, back, avocado, out the mall. All there. Everyone at the camps, everyone doing other stuff, apparently. Tequila's in the basement. There's 2 camps, one on either side. The PMCs are fighting there. Like the mall's just like empty.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it makes sense for several reasons. I don't know. It's just we'll see how that pans out. I mean, I think it's kind of a good thing because yeah, that map. I like Interchange. I mean, most people, you know me, you probably know that. So I'm kind of worried. I mean, I guess I'm not worried, but it sounds like it might have a bit of a reserve situation going on, where they put in the
Maybe, yeah.
underground and now everyone. So if it's like the inverse, instead of going in underground, you're going outside, touching
Outside, yeah.
grass on Interchange.
Exactly. Yeah, it's one of those funny maps. It's very like people love it or they hate it, right? It's either their favorite map or their least
Hmm.
favorite map. It seems there's very few people who are just kind of like meh about Interchange. It's got very strong opinions both directions about it because I think it's partly either also like you either know it really well and love it, or you
Yeah,
don't know it very much, and it's just like really hard to learn. It's a pain to learn if you don't
yeah.
know it because it can be really really tricky. Um, I had probably the most frustrating moment though on Interchange. I got killed by a level 7 with a pump action shotgun in the upstairs.
Mm.
And I was like kitted as well, like fully kitted out. I had like class 5 armor, front plate with like a black MDR. I had all the gear. I had all the gear. And this guy just like he shot me once in the arm and once in the leg, and that was it. I was dead. And the reason why, so he got the first shot off. I was pre-painted and everything. He took the first shot. I didn't quite know where he was. And I turned around and there was a box on the floor next to the corner of the building I was in. And I don't know the upstairs of Interchange that well. So, there's certain areas where you just get like notoriously caught. Like, the infamous paint pots on the streets right under the archway, for
No,
example. I've
I
been
don't
caught there
think I
like
know
5 times.
this.
Oh my god, it's so annoying. Anyway, so I don't go upstairs that much. So I get caught on stuff that I don't because you're like doing whatever, and then you're like, why can't I move? And then you look down, and you're like, oh, it's some stupid box, and then you remember, well, I don't know those areas. So I turned around, tried to run, can't run because there's like 7 centimeter cardboard box in front of me. Try to jump, but like I'm not fast enough. I can't jump. I'm like stuck in midair, and then the guy like took my leg out, and I was like what? That's so annoying. And then I saw his profile, and I was just like, oh well, at least it was somebody kind of new. He didn't have any. I think he had 1,000 hours or something, but didn't have any achievements. So he's like come back from years of not playing, and I was like,
Hmm.
I actually feel better than that. It's not some guy with like the freaking arena skin on. He's got a KS-23 and he's been sat there for like 20 minutes. Some like proper gremlin. Like this guy had like a packer on and a pump action shotgun. He was just like playing the game new after not having played for years. So I was just
Yeah,
like, fair. I feel happy about that. I've not
yeah.
been full on gremlin. He was just like kind of scared. Um, yeah. It is funny actually seeing the number of people like you kill people who look like real Timmies.
Hmm.
It's a really weird wipe actually because like loads of people have come back because lots of people own the game and have owned the game for years but haven't
Yeah.
necessarily played for a long time. And I'm seeing a lot of players with like somewhere between 700 and 2,000 hours with no achievements at all. So
Hmm.
they played before the achievement system came in to a decent level and just haven't been back for 4 years or 3 years or however long it is since the achievements arrived. It was like there was some guy the other day who was like super super scared. I was trying to get shootable. I was being kind of annoying, and I was just like, I want to get shootable on customs. Let's do it. And I know where this guy is. He was literally on the other side of one of the concrete slabs. But I was like, I'm not gonna be able to shoot him in the head like properly. I'm gonna die otherwise. So I tried to like rotate all the way around, and couldn't see this dude through the bush. Tried to move around a bit more, and I must have just given away my position on my sight line to him or something. And suddenly a hail of bullets comes in, and I'm dead. And I
Hmm.
was just like, "What? How did that kill me from there?" Well, it turns out the guy's got like 1,000 hours in Tarkov. He's a Timmy now, but like he remembered enough to put BP in his mags, and so he just hosed me. Because I've only got class 4, so that was it. I was just because I was just like, this guy's such prey. This guy's so prey. He's so scared behind this thing. And then I'm like, I literally could have just sidestepped and shot him with the MDR, but I was like, well, I should take this opportunity to try and get the headshot for shootable if I can.
Yeah.
And then
Classic.
end up getting killed by him. And Chats is like, oh, God, yeah, he's crazy. I was like, yeah, I deserve that. Fair enough. I was like, yeah, I actually am not upset that I took the shot, right? Like, what I could have got an AK-74U from the guy and another kill with my MDR, but like that doesn't
Hmm.
really gain me any progression. Like I needed to
Yeah.
take the chance to try to get the important quest kill or whatever.
Right. Right.
Because I feel a lot more incentivized this wipe to do, Kappa or whatever, because it's the permanent account. It's not going to wipe, so we can take as long
Sure.
as we like. Okay. This is the stream of consciousness cast today, by the way. So I don't know. We
That's
start
why I
with the
told
topic,
Giga.
and then we just pull the thread until the thread runs out, and then I kind of look at you and go, What are we talking about next?
Well, now I'm super hyper fixated on seeing this Tagilla thing. And I think I probably went the wrong way based
Oh,
off
you in
your.
offline?
Yeah, I just want to see it because I'm just very intrigued.
Where are you now? I mean, the underground car park is forever a
Yeah, I
problem
don't know
for me.
why you can't tell exactly where I'm at. I don't. It's very distinguishable. No, I'm actually right by the old backpack list
Hole in the wall.
extract.
It should be over here somewhere.
Okay,
Yeah,
to the
where you were
right,
facing
yeah.
before. Should be over there. Just try going that way and keep going.
Oh, I already see something new. That's new. I think.
I
See?
think it's over there. I think.
Wait, is this new?
Is that the bit that gets down into the sunken basement, but it's not flooded anymore? I think that's the
Yeah,
new
this is
non-flooded
complete.
section.
Oh, really?
That used to be flooded, wasn't it?
Oh, I didn't know this
Because
had a
because that
opposite
bit's the other
side.
side of Goshan, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's
Because this is
interesting.
the new scav checkpoint, blah blah blah. But if you need to go back if you want to go and see Tagilla's bit.
Oh,
Did you put
there's
the
the exit.
Yeah, there's the extract, the
Huh.
co-op extract. I've
That's
only been there
interesting.
once, and I was like, the reason why I ended up going in there was because we were just desperately trying to find a heavy bleed item because I
Mm-hmm.
got shot by a killer from 50 meters away or something, and it was really 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 annoying.
Yeah, that will happen.
I only had I had a bandage and I didn't have a heavy bleed item. It should be.
Oh,
I think it's this wall of
I think
crap.
I see it. Yeah, there's just like like
Yeah,
various miscellaneous stuff.
it's the Killer Tagilla shanty town that they've created
That's so
over at the end.
funny. Yes, I think there used to
I
be like
think
it was kind of blocked off, but you could like go around and there was like a campfire.
yeah,
There was like
you can get at those
barely.
crates as well. I think you can either go through the van or you can go up through the crates. I think there's like some wooden crates, or maybe you can go over that way too. I don't know.
Huh.
Don't think you can get in there.
Sorry, yeah, and
Maybe
I'm
you
kind of
can.
just exploring.
Yeah, yeah. So it's
It's
like
so
a
interesting.
little area.
Huh. And you're
Anyways,
so like every raid to Gill is just chilling here? Is that or is he
don't
like
know if he's
spawn
there.
chance?
I don't know if he's there every raid.
Okay.
I'm not sure. He was there the one raid I went to go look for a heavy bleed item, and he actually just like stood in the middle and just wasn't. He just like he didn't aggro actually. Weirdly,
Hmm.
he just let me kind of wander around. He was just stood in the middle, just like grunting, as Tagilla does.
But he's still in factory. Yeah.
Yeah, he's still on factory.
Okay.
Yeah, I will say actually, while we're on the topic, the boss spawn rate is really high. I think it's quite good. I don't know if it's 100 for some of them, or
Right.
it's something like 80%. It's really, really high. I actually think it's all right. And sometimes Tagilla's got the CQCM on, so he doesn't always have his Tagilla mask. I think they've done a good job. People have always complained about that. You obviously see the other side of it. People being like, dude, why are the bosses there every time? And it's just like, well, because the community's been complaining for like 6 years about the boss spawn rate being 2% at the start of the wipe. I think it's cool. You know, you hear like Sturman popping off, like Vishala and his guys. Like there's
Yeah.
gunfire everywhere. People are fighting them early, and the gear is
Hmm.
not like. Sometimes they have the good stuff, but not always. I think it's okay. I think they've done a good job.
I feel like I'm getting the themes like Interchange Fight Club. Like no one talks about what goes
Kinda.
on.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was
Something like
funny.
that.
They got like a little
So that's pretty
table.
good. What else? Is there anything else in Interchange that's changed? I'm trying to think now.
Probably. I mean, that's been
Anything
expansion.
else?
There's usually various little details. Oh, look, he's
Hmm.
got like a little hideout, little mini hideout.
Yeah, it's funny.
Oh, that's cute. I like that. And his
Him and his
little
gym.
bench.
And,
Yeah.
yeah.
His little gym and his arm press, shoulder press. I don't know.
It makes sense that Tagilla's got a hideout on Interchange
Yeah.
because of Killer.
Right.
You know, Big Brother like looking after them all. Tagilla just comes here just to bench some weights.
Oh, that's cool.
Factories is something grand. I think it's cool.
Okay, so yeah, interchange expansion, cool. I'm assuming Lighthouse got absolutely nothing. We'll have to wait another
I
10 years for that,
don't know
maybe.
because I haven't paid the 4 million to go there, so I've literally not played that map yet.
Yeah, I think
I
it's
haven't
probably
heard anything, so I
yeah.
assume that there isn't anything there.
I think that's gonna be a safe assumption.
Yeah.
What about general performance? I was noticing the one thing that was kind of irritating me was like latency or like what's it called?
packet loss, maybe?
Desync? Like, you would get, like, packet loss, and then you would, like, warp back to a previous point? I was noticing that, and that was, like, day 3 or something?
It's come and gone for me, I would say.
Okay.
It's been good, it's been bad. I think overall, it's probably slightly worse than it is normally, but
That was my
that's just
impression,
chalked up
but...
down to servers being busy.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because I've only played, like, 3 raids, but I was like, I don't remember it being like this.
Yes, like I've had some weird, like really bad desync, but I think that was more on day 1 as well. When again, I think things were like the servers were really busy and they were really overloaded, and that was when people were struggling to get in. Like day 1 was a bit of a mess.
Yeah.
In general, I actually had probably one of the better times somehow on day 1. But there was lots of people that literally just couldn't even get into the game. They couldn't open the launcher. They couldn't download the patch. You know, when they were playing, they couldn't get into a match. It would quit and cancel on them all the time. You know, error 0, and then the game would shut, and just all sorts of stuff going on. So day 1 was really bad. That's why they ended up getting like terrible Steam reviews. Right, the Steam reviews went crazy because people literally couldn't even get in. Yeah, it was definitely mixed. The worst day for me was weirdly day 3. For some reason, I just could not match into a game on a EU West. Like something happened to the EU servers, and people were saying it was specifically the EU West server that went down. The problem is I have auto EU set as my regions, and people were like, "Well, just set one, just uncheck EU West and check the others." But when I went into the launcher, if you go into the regions section to actually pick a region, you have to be able to ping the servers that you're picking. Otherwise, the game doesn't let you pick them. So I couldn't just pick like, you know, the OCE server, for example, because it's too far away. But because of whatever shenanigans was going on, every single server was either 999 ping, 419 ping, or timing out, including all of the ones in Europe. So the only 2 servers I could pick that had under 150 ping was Nigeria and Dubai. And I don't know why. Something seriously terrible was happening. And so yeah, we ended up playing. Kind of, it was become a little meme on the channel. We ended up playing Dubai Woods for like most of the day. I had to do Woods for a lot.
My god!
And we were playing Dubai Woods for like 6 hours, and then eventually because I was actually playing Arena before that, I think, because I was just like, I just can't get into a match. I just queue for like 20 minutes, just can't get into a game, guys. I was like, we literally can't do anything, so we may as well just play Arena. But I couldn't pick any of the EU servers because they were all just timing out. Like I couldn't even ping the EU servers. I don't know what was going on, but yeah, it fixed itself following day. But yeah, we were playing on Dubai for a while. Dubai server actually felt fine.
That's interesting.
It just took a while to get to get a match, like 6 or 7 minutes. But
that's not too bad.
But yeah, the first day I definitely had some desync stuff where I'd like peak, and then I'd see them peak, and then I'd die instantly.
Yeah,
but like I was probably just like on their side, just like leaned out just the whole time, like super easy for them to kill. But yeah, other performance stuff. Almost all of the maps feel the same to me. Streets is low as usual.
Yeah.
Customs is an absolute like diabolical mess. I don't know what's happened this wipe to customs. I get 120 FPS if I'm facing in one direction, and I get literally 45 FPS if I'm facing in the other. It's crazy.
I did hear you say
less than half.
Stronghold and in Rashala.
Well, this is misinformation. Actually, I was like,
Giga.
I know. So I went to go and test. So I basically said, I'm 95% sure that I can tell the direction of the boss and his guards, because as soon as I move, if I pan my screen, I can watch the FPS drop, and then if I pan it past Stronghold, the FPS just falls by 60%. And then if I do it the other side, it doesn't happen until I get to the same point. Like, so they must be there. And I was like, I don't know this for sure, though. I said 95% because it seems like the only possible option. I was like, well, shall I? I was like, I'm going to show you guys, actually. Let's just go and do it. We were doing another quest, but I was like, I'm just going to have to show you because I want to prove this to myself as well. And I went there, and they weren't there. And I was like, See, I was like, this is how Tarkov rumors begin, actually, is by someone, namely me, making a spurious claim and then not checking it. And just being like, this must be the thing. This must be the only way. So I'm actually really glad that I went to go check it, because we have so many like rumors and
Right.
various things. You know, it's the classic drop the face shield, repair it, go into an offline raid. You know, all this stuff. We have like, you know, these kind of superstitions in EFT, and that could have easily been a new one that like appears on Reddit and gets quoted as being, you know, said by me, whatever. So I'm
Right.
glad I went to check it. Like if you say this stuff, then you got to go and check these things, and I'm glad I went to check it. So now my new theory is that it's something to do with because I went to Stronghold and Stronghold actually was okay until I turned back around. And it seems to be like, you know, the big building that Sniper Scav stands on. It's like the complex building where you're supposed to you're supposed to like plant the ref cameras.
Yes.
So it's like it's the new one that's got like multiple levels in it.
Yeah.
That building seems to be a problem in some way. I don't know exactly
Not
what
the
it is about it.
not the like exterior part, but like the actual, because there's like that metal grated exterior.
Yeah, it seems to be something to do with that.
Oh, that particular piece.
And the tower and
Okay.
the whole like the whole building. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's something about maybe there's like very complex geometry in there that's not being culled.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really don't know the
Right.
answer. But when I was stood in Fortress, looking at that was also doing the same thing, giving me frame drops.
Interesting.
So I'm not sure. And then there was a whole conversation in my Discord actually yesterday talking about LOD, and how about you can like boost your performance by 40% or something on streets, and maybe on customs too, by just like decreasing your LOD. At least maybe the detail one. I can't remember which one it is, and I need to have a look at it, do some testing, because I know some of them depend on how far certain things render out, including maybe even PMCs. I'm not sure. I need to check, but yeah, it seems
A little.
like there's some problem.
Yeah. Particularly on. Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to think. What did I play? It might have been Interchange or something. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely like coming back to Tarkov. It's like, oh yeah, 60. I mean, part of it too is like I can't say like confidently, but part of me just feels like there's input delay, but it might just be like the frames being kind of lower than how
I think that's
particularly
happens
would
when
like.
it feels like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but then again, it's also like, well, that's like your gun's like kind of delayed moving around. It's like, is that, I don't know. It's just this game is just so jank, so
Yeah, I know.
jank.
I was like, if I'm going to take a fight, I'm going to have to like rotate around to take a fight in like the 120 FPS direction. Otherwise, I'm going to.
FPS direction.
If I'm facing the wrong way, I'm not going to win.
God. That's so cringe. I can't believe you made a game, a freaking video game like that with your performance. That's incredibly cringy.
Cat's got some really good suggestions, but definitely a bunch of sniper scavs hidden within the tower of the building, or like maybe there's scavs like they're glitched under the map in that particular
honestly,
location, or
it might be onto something.
yeah, I don't really know. Yeah, the 120 FPS direction. It's bad. So just like, oh, okay, well, I have to be facing away from this building. It's like that sniper scav tower. That's like the 0-0 point, and you have to your PMC. You're a vector facing away from the 0-0 point at all times. Otherwise, you end up with, you know, you can't fight towards the sniper tower. You have to always be fighting away. So if somebody's between you and the sniper tower, you have to do like a full rotation around them, so you can start at the sniper tower and like fight out towards them. Like, don't fight into the sniper tower. It's going to be a bad time. It's the new right-hand peak. Yeah, the good FPS direction. Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, I had the right hand peak, but he had the extra 60 frames. Dang it.
Yeah.
Fair. I'm sure you haven't. I won't actually. No, I'm gonna get in that tangent. What else? What else?
Okay. So, well, there's some new guns.
Yeah.
Probably the one that is the most like notorious and most well used at the moment is the Marlin lever action rifle.
Mm-hmm.
That one, I hear that continuously. I think it's quite cool in some ways that it's like this. There is no suppressor for that gun, so you're always going to hear the Marlin, which is quite cool.
Yeah.
People love to use the lever action. People are just all over the lever action. They just love it.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. Ultimate. Like the RP Cowboy Sheriff is now fully complete. You got the double barrel revolver. You got the the Marlin now. Like, what else am I? Am I
Yeah,
missing anything? I think that's it.
I think that's probably it.
Now we just need like
But
a tomahawk. I guess we already have one.
yeah, it's good. So when they first so the critical thing about the Marlin is that it's a bolt action gun in the game.
In the game,
So
yep.
it counts
Oh.
as Shooterborn in Heaven and
Yeah.
Tarkov Shooter,
Mm-hmm.
which is really important because it fires like way quicker. The bolties are slow, right? The VPO
Yes.
215 is probably the fastest racking speed if you want to do it like that, but it's still a bolty. Whereas the Marlin is like bordering on semi-automatic as to how quick it is. It's not quite, but you get a lot more shots on target. Like you can get a second shot off before they can react and before they scarper if you miss the first one, which is big. It's big, and it's at Jaeger 2. There's only two ammos for it. There's the bad ammo and the good ammo. They were both on Jaeger 2 at one point, and they've already moved the good ammo to Mechanic 2. But it's still early-ish. It's still only level 20, in fairness. It's gone from like something stupid like level 13 to level 20. And that is the ammo is cracked. It's 80 damage and 42 pen. So it's like M80.
Yeah.
But obviously it only goes it's 308 Marlin Express. It only goes in the Marlin. The Marlin can't use anything else. So it can't use 7.6251, which some people were speculating like maybe it can, maybe it won't. But it only uses its own special ammo. And it is only 5+1 shots. So I mean it's meta for doing all of the bolty stuff, but as a general gun, like it's not like it's good, but it's not even as good as a 20 round RFB with M80 in it, for example. Right, that outperforms the Marlin.
Yeah, because what's the mag size total? Is it like it's really small?
Five plus one in the chamber, so it's 6
Oh.
in total, 6 shots.
Yeah, it's really
So
small.
it's you run out really fast, like you
Yeah.
really fast.
But the fire rate's like
It's
more than above
really good for
average.
bolty.
Yeah.
It's really good for bolty. And this is the thing. This is the game changer. So it makes Shooterborn in Heaven, Tarkov Shooter, all of those quests like way nicer to do. And you can just bring it along as a secondary, and it is actually like a reasonable long distance gun. That's how I got that kill off the top of Power Station because I had an AK-12 and I just brought the Marlin with me with a Swamp Fox on top of it, and I used that to get a Shooterborn kill on Interchange. And I got one on Customs as well. And it feels just so much more usable than the bolt actions.
Yeah.
And the ammo is like accessible. Like it's a really cool gun. But it's, as I say, it's not as usable as a semi-auto, like a proper semi-auto, like DMR type rifle. Like the RFB, you shoot it, you get recoil, but then the next shot, you can just take the next shot. Whereas this thing, you got to lever it each time. Like, yeah, it's fast compared to a bolty, but like it moves the sight. Like it's hard to aim. Like I've learned my lesson and not to use it in CQB, which I did have to kind of force it because I was trying to get Tarkov Shooter 3 done, the under 25 meter kills on factory, and the fire rate is fast enough to lure you into a false sense of security to just like hold the angle or just like face tank people, and then they're using a full auto gun and then you lose.
Yeah, because what is
But like,
is there an actual fire rate stat? Because I mean, it looks like 300 maybe. That might be too high, but it looks deceivingly fast.
I think it says 100 on the gun. I haven't counted it, but it's like bang, 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 kind of like that. So I think it's like 100 is like a shot every like 0.6 of a second, 0.66, something like that.
Okay.
So it's slightly faster than one shot a second. So it's slow, but yeah, compared to a bolt action, which is even the VPO is like boom, clack, boom, clack. Is probably the VPO is probably what, maybe a second and a half, 2 seconds. Even if it's a second and a half, the Marlin's like double. So it's good, but yeah, I face tanked many people on factory and lost many kits.
What's the catch? There's always a catch. So like, is it? I mean, you can't silence it. I guess that's a catch, which I'm kind of glad because silencers are so prevalent. But I guess you'll have some info on that as well. We'll get into later.
That's true. Yeah, you can't suppress it. I mean, there's not really any other catch particularly. None of the parts are available until Mechanic 2, so you just have to use it as is. The worst part about that is you can't buy the rail until Mechanic 2, so you're stuck with the irons, and the irons are rough.
Yeah.
And using sights anyway at any sort of close-ish range is also rough, just because, as I said, having to like rack the repeater bit, it just like throws your sight off. So you're trying to compensate for that. It's not just a normal recoil pattern, right? It's like you're still looking down the sight, but it's like racking the ball. Right? It's just like it moves the reticle around.
Yeah.
So it's hard to use, hard to aim in CQB. But at longer ranges, it doesn't matter because you're waiting for it to settle before you take the next shot anyway. You're not like hammering the button as fast as you physically can, like you are with semi-autos usually. So there's not really much of a catch. Like it shoots pretty straight. There's no zeroing problems because all of the rounds are like the right velocity for the gun. There's only 2 bullets. You can't really go too wrong. You've not got some weird subsonic, supersonic mix in there. The round is just decent. 42 pen means it's pretty good to go against class 4 helmets. I think it's like 850 meters per second, so it's like pretty quick. Like it's good. It's just good. The only downside is really the mag size. That's really the only real downside. But it's still better than the VPO. VPO is only 4+1, so it's one better than that. The same as the Mosin. You know, it's obviously worse than some of the better bolties that have got like 10 rounds or 12 or whatever else.
Is it
worse
expensive?
Than semi-autos, but it's 45k. Not that bad.
Isn't a Mosin like 45k? So like
probably, yeah.
Okay, it's really just getting to the prerequisite of mechanic 2 now. Sounds like
pretty much like because now you can only use the soft point rounds, which are like 20 something pen at Jaeger too.
You don't want that.
Yeah, and you really have to hit the face shot. Like you could still use it, but it's not going to be
like Minnow.
Good. Yeah,
like Minnow's real, you guys.
So that's the Marlin.
Yeah, there's a few others.
There's a pair of notable guns that I've been hearing more and more about as time has gone on, as people have found them. I've not found them, and I did go and do a little investigation afterwards into they're called like Custom Guns NL 545, and there's 2 of them, and what they are is some kind of like, I think they're Russian made, they're like an M4 and an HK replica, but for 545 is really what they are. So the one gun, and I always forget which way round they are. One of them's the GP, and one of them's the CI version, I think. But they're effectively, one of them is basically the M4 one, and one of them is the HK one, pretty much. One of them's got 800 RPM and fits all the M4 parts. One of them is the HK one. It fits all the HK parts and it has 850. Now that one is the tan one. So there's a tan Custom Guns, and that's the HK version. There's the black one, which is the M4 version. And that one, the HK one, looks really scary. That looks really, really scary.
Sounds
like
scary.
We've not really had. I mean, even the M4 one is crazy. We've not had. Apparently, according to Tara, it's like the mutant, but in 545.
So yeah, but even then, the mutant shoots like 650.
But that's 762 though, the mutant, isn't it? So
yeah.
But yeah, so the best fire rate we've had for 545 up until now is the AK-12 with 700.
Right.
Now we've got an 800 and an 850 gun in 545. So you can be shooting like BP, BS in like 850 RPM, which is like, oh my God. And you find that stuff all over the place. I saw a clip of Sheaf using it. He was just like deleting to killer with it. It's just like a wall of high pen ammo. It's absolutely insane.
Yeah, because what is the stats on BS nowadays? I can't keep up with the times.
I mean, I don't even remember for BS. High is the answer.
Yeah.
Really, really high pen. It's 45 damage, 54 pen. So it's like M995. It's really high. And M995 is like hard to get now, whereas BS, you do find it relatively regularly. BP is like 55A1, and 55A1 is hard to find. BP is 48 damage and 45 pen. So that goes hard against class 5 as well. And 850 RPM, this thing is like crazy. And I made a build with one of them. I can't remember which one it was. I think you could do it with either. Maybe it was the M4 one, because that one is more moddable. But anyway, you can make the M4 one, I think, with the 95 round drum, because it's a 545 AK, so it takes the 95 round drum. I'm not sure if the HK one does. I can't remember. And you can actually get the ergo to something pretty good, because it takes all the M4 parts. So it's like monstrous, you know. I guess you could technically put the 100 rounder into the regular M4 and HK or whatever, but like, you know, it's pretty insane. These guns look kind of good. So people thinking these guys are going to be sort of meta. I think the recoil stats are like really nice on them as well.
Yeah, this one at base, whatever the default configuration is at 60 vertical, and that's 57 ergo. It's obviously unsuppressed,
Yeah, I mean,
but like
it's got good parts on it anyway to start with. So I think maybe that's
yeah.
slightly unfair. But you know, the M4 has like 80 ergo, obviously with crappy parts to begin with. But it's pretty insane. Apparently, custom guns, according to chat, custom guns are the same guys who make the ADAR.
Huh.
You can actually make that look like the ADAR because it's compatible with all the stuff. So you can make the other one, the black one. You can put the ADAR like wooden parts on it. So it's like it looks like an ADAR with like a 545 like Bakelite mag poking out, which is I saw somebody put a screenshot on Twitter and I was like looking at it. I was like, there's something wrong with it, and I can't work out what's wrong with it. But it's like the ADAR without the Stalag mag is like really weird.
Something here is not quite right.
Yeah, I was like, I can't tell what's wrong about this. There's something really strange here. It's really funny. It's pretty funny. So yeah, those things are looking great. Those things are looking really good.
There's also M16. Wow.
Yeah, we've got the M16, the M16 A1, and the A2. So the A2 is the worst one in Tarkov because that was they updated it to be burst only. So the burst A2 one is on Peacekeeper 1. That's replaced the M4. The M16A2 is now on Peacekeeper 2. That's replaced the M4. The M4 is now on Peacekeeper 3.
Dang, there's a lot
Yeah,
of
it's like the M4 is like the M16 has kind of been like shoved in where the M4 used to be.
Okay, I think that's fair.
Kind of thing. I think anyway. And so mechanic, because you used to be able to buy the M4 lower from mechanic 2, but now it's mechanic 3.
Okay.
So you kind of have to just make do with the M16. But I mean, I don't think it matters. I think it's fine. The M16 it's just like much lower ergo because it's got a super long barrel when you buy it. And they're really expensive in Peacekeeper, in fairness. They're like $750 or something.
Oh wow.
So I don't think it's something that you really want to be buying. You know, I was like looking through and just going, oh, maybe I'll use it. I was just like, oh my god, that thing's so expensive.
Yeah.
Oh, for a third less, I can buy, you know, the I was literally just thinking of the name now. G36C from Peacekeepers. I was like, I'll probably buy that one instead. But anyway, it's fun. And you can, you know, it takes all the same parts, so you can make it, you know, an insane weapon if you want as well.
Sure.
You know, you can strip it all the way back and just add on all the gumph. But there's a lot of parts here for now. There's a lot of parts. Like there's like even compared to before, like the M4 had a lot of parts before, but now they've added so many other guns. Like because the M4 takes all the parts for the M16, all the barrels are kind of interchangeable. All the parts from the Radians Model 1 that came to Arena is also available for the M4. So there's like 10 barrels for the M4 now. There's like 30 handguards. Like it's insane.
Yeah.
It's actually insane. And then there's some like really weird parts. I was looking, there's like these new sections that they've got. There's like a yellow and like you can make some like really cool looking guns on the M4. You can on the basic barrel, there's a new handguard like adapter thing, and then you can have there's like a new custom handguard and stuff. It's like you can make some really sick builds. There's also a new best in slot suppressor for the M4. It only goes on a certain specific 2 new sets of barrels as well with a custom like mount on the barrel. It needs like 2 pieces. It's got like a muzzle brake piece and like a barrel attachment piece to hold this new suppressor in. My god, it's crazy. I spent ages with chat. We actually did need tower at that one time. Like I don't think there were any like uber gun experts in chat, and we were like, I was like literally on the manufacturer's website trying to figure out like how to fit this.
So dumb.
Like so crazy. I was like, you know, how have we ended up on the manufacturer's website? I was on the Allen Engineering website trying to see like what this piece was that needs to be attached, because I was trying all sorts of different barrels and stuff, and then someone in the end was like, oh, you need a Centurion Arms barrel because it's got like something about the collar or something. Yeah, chat says I should have called the sales team. That'd be funny. Hey, so I'm trying to mod this new weapon in EFT, and I need to know what type of barrel. Oh, it's funny. It is pretty funny.
There's a couple others. There's like a SVD modernized carbine thing, but I'm kind of confused. Does it fire its own unique round?
It does indeed.
Okay, so it's not really an SVD, but I don't know. Like it's I don't know. It's
I
some Russian
I can't work
monstrosity.
out if this gun. People keep saying I actually don't. I don't think it's real.
Mm.
People keep saying it's not real.
It's a lot of recoil.
Oh, it says okay. It says on the wiki. It says the TKPD Sniper and the TKPD Storm are quasi-fictitious custom weapons
Mm.
based on the real-life SVDK precision rifle. Originally conceptualized for the early 2010s. Wait, early 2010s cancelled Russia 2028 game prototype. The weapons were later repurposed in. Wait, was this originally conceptualized for the early 2010s cancelled Russia 2028 game prototype? The weapons were later repurposed for EFT. But I think it appeared in Hired Ops and
Anything
Contract Wars.
but the AN-94, huh, Nikita? Anything but the AN-94.
That's what I said yesterday. That's what I was saying yesterday. Nikita will add anything not to put the AN-94 in the game. Literally, guns that don't even exist. Yeah, no, I was confused by this statement on the wiki about this cancelling of Russia 2028. But I think this is back in early 2010.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think, I mean, we haven't heard any update that Russia 2028 is cancelled. But I think they maybe wanted to make this, but then they decided to make Hard Ops and Contract Wars first, and then EFT, and then they wanted to do Russia 2028 because they didn't have enough money. I think that's the order. I think this this trivia is like slightly misleading, making people think that Russia 2028 is cancelled. I don't know.
So if I were to describe this gun, to me it looks like an SVD upper with the dovetail, and then you got some weird looking halfway house SVD mag, but also kind of like a Sega 12 shotgun mag, and then you got like rails on it, and it's got a pistol grip, and it's got a stock you can interchange with the other M4 stocks, and then it's got a longish barrel with like a Sega muzzle brake on the end. That's what it looks like to me.
Something like that. I mean, this thing's going to have like unholy recoil.
It does 264 in this configuration. What does the bullets do? Are they like? Is this like the Russian Lapua, basically? Like, what are we working with here?
Maybe, I'm not sure. They are on the. They're on the wiki. No, sorry, they're not on the wiki, but I have them in game. So you have 9.3 by 64 SP. So that's the weakest one, right? This is the weakest bullet. This does 129 damage and 37 pen. If you type in 9.3 in the search, you'll find them.
Genius.
And then there's one secret one that you need to identify. Oh wait, no, maybe you do have it. Okay, you do have it. Yeah. So then FMJ, the run of the mill one, I guess, is 115 damage and 44 pen. And then the 7N33 Ball Buster is 100 damage and 56 pen. So that one's, that one's basically going to one-shot you if you're wearing class 5.
Yeah.
Which is pretty nuts. And I think it's a 50-50 to one-shot you if you're wearing class 6. I think. It's like it's right on the edge. I think it technically won't. I did the calculation based on a custom round that I built in Tarkov Gunsmith. Xerxes is like Tarkov Gunsmith builder.
And it
hits for like 83 according to the calculator. So the statement that I made in that video was like, I'm not confident to state that it will not one-shot through class 6 until I try it, because it's so close to the threshold that I'm actually not 100% sure. But through class 5, like, you're done. You're just done. Through class 5. You are dead.
Yeah, done.
If you get hit by this thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So anything other than class 6, it's just a one-tap. So this thing is insane. But obviously that's like finding raid only, of course.
If you somehow live, 50% chance of heavy bleed, 60% chance of light bleed. So you're going to be hurting.
I mean, I guess that's the thing. You may well end up with black thorax, regardless of what you do.
Maybe.
You might not even have time to med. You might not even have time to med it because you're so close. Actually, with a bit of distance, like there's going to be some damage and pen drop off, so actually it will probably not hit quite as hard as that. But anyway, it's
that's fair.
It's pretty crazy.
That's for our future Giga 5 months to end the wipe.
Exactly. So what were the other guns? So there was also the new Val, AS Val Mod 4.
Yeah.
Which looks more it's even more valley than you've ever had before.
Even more
You
Val.
thought the VSS was good. You thought the Val was good. You thought the SR3M was good. This is even more 9x30 39y than ever before. So it's going to have no recoil like all the others. It's going to have the same mag capacity like all the others. It's going to overheat after one mag like all the others. But it looks sick.
It does look really
I don't see how
cool.
this gun is going to be any different from the others. They're all the same gun.
Yes, but cool gun.
I know it's got immaculate vibes though.
It's pretty cool. Where's the? I hate this because this isn't the. Is already they're under marksman, or no? What are they under?
Well, the VSS is under
marksman. Okay,
marksman rifles.
Yes.
One of them's under assault carbines.
The
Val.
The mod 4 is,
and the SR3M as well. And
Another...
I think the AS Val is under assault rifles. I
think you're right. Yes.
So yeah.
I mean 30 this configuration 37 vertical. That's really low.
What's the SR3M's base? You just click it.
59.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I haven't really played around with this yet because it's not one that I'm going to be using.
Yeah, I don't blame you, but like 37, that's like
37 is
like submachine gun territory. Yeah, so like I feel like this thing might not be 900 RPM.
Maybe I've written it off. Have I unfairly written it off?
I don't think so. I think these are kind of gimmick weapons, so it might be okay. I don't know. You'll have to see. You'll have to see once you get there. Isn't it? 37 is a lot though. Like, but I don't know what the. I don't know how much more you could possibly mod out. I think it's already pretty much there. Like you could put a handguard, and if you could change the barrel, or not a handguard, you can put like a foregrip, and like if you could change the barrel, I doubt it. If you can change the muzzle device, I doubt it. Maybe you could get a different little doohickey here and there, but the stock's already got the Mo, and you got the valve, or no, it's got the CTR. I mean, yeah. I feel like you're already pretty much there, but
so I can get the SR3M to 43.
It's fairly good.
That's where I'm at with that guy. What's this called again? AS is it Space Val?
Yeah, Space Val
mod 4 stock preset. Okay. Yeah, 37 is like it's because it's got this it's basically got this like weird jailbreak attachment thing.
I see that.
Which is kind of nutty.
-6 recoil, -8 ergo. What if you just took it off though?
Won't get more ergo.
Yeah. You don't want to do that though.
You could take the whole thing off. Yeah, so 36. I'm at 36 right now. Anything else we can do to this guy? Oh, it needs it. I could take a foregrip. Oh my god. Okay, I can get to 33.
33, that's pretty good.
I mean, this is RK2 territory though. I mean, this is like stupid.
Oh,
mode.
I know.
As low as possible. But...
Can you put a big giant night scope on it?
Oh, I wonder if they took that away. Let's have a look. No, they left the -5 recoil on it. Okay, you can do this. How do I get rid of this? I have to get rid of this random top rail. 29 vertical recoil.
That's pretty low.
Just put a laser on it and turn the gun upside down, I guess. Hold it by the night scope.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Use the trigger with your pinky.
I don't know. I mean, I'd be curious to see. Yeah, I'd be curious to see if it's. I mean, you're still shooting 9x39, and the gun's gonna like explode in your hand.
It's gonna burn up. Yeah,
it's like you're gonna kill one guy. It's gonna be like, and you just throw it away. It's like, well, there's 1,000 rubles gone, and we go buy another one. You just go into a raid with. You just have one in your primary, secondary, in your backpack. You're just churning through them. That's so funny.
Oh yeah, a mag for each one. They're like one use rocket launcher kind of, aren't they?
Exactly. It looks. I mean, there's gonna be some labs, Chads, like just like maining this. We're gonna have it all tricked out. Probably some crazy battle pass skin applied.
Yeah.
This looks like a Giga Chad gun in a
Mark
way.
was saying to me in chat, does it still have bad durability burn or not because of that muzzle brake looking thing? And that's kind of true.
That's a good point, actually. Way
because it doesn't have, it technically doesn't have a suppress. Like, is it quiet, this thing? Oh yeah. Oh no, it's still awful. So the AS-Val, so the third part down is called the AS-Val Mod 4 9x39 Integral Barrel Suppressor with 51% plus durability burn and 25% plus heat. But the thing that people forget is that a lot of the problem with 9x39 is it's in the ammo. That's the issue. It's like SP6, the ammo itself gives you the durability burn and the heat a lot of the time. Like, and so no matter what you do, it's why sometimes people say like, oh, you should use the SR3M without the suppressor because you can take it off and that actually works without the suppressor. But the ammo just shreds the gun no matter what you do. Like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If you want to use the good ammo, it just shreds it. I think you can get away with using like SP5 sometimes. I think that's not too bad. No suppressor SP5, but then at that point, what are we doing here?
You're using this.
We're hinging our entire gameplay around like one really niche mechanic,
Right.
where you just
sure.
throw the gun away. Or just
I'll trade 20 pin for be able to shoot my gun a bit more.
Yeah, exactly. I got excited then actually, but no, it's in the integral barrel suppressor. So yeah, it's 51% on that. I wonder what's the SR3M's one. Let me just check while we're here. So SR3M barrel is actually better, 36%. And only 14% heat. So the SR3M is actually the SVAL mod 4 is gonna, like, as you say, it's gonna literally explode.
Well, now you gotta check what's because I can't see the integrated parts. What's like the VSS or ASVAL one of those?
The VSS's integrated barrel is plus 49, so that's also better.
Okay.
And 24% heat. And the VAL, wrong one. And the regular VAL, the integrated suppressor for that is 52%, so as bad. But they're all about the same. The SR3M is probably the lowest.
Yeah. Okay. So it's kind of just a beefier ASVAL, like a fairly beefier ASVAL. I mean, that 30
recoil thing. I mean, they have no recoil anyway, but like, I'm interested to see what that looks like.
Yeah, exactly.
You even have to pull down the mouse. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So it might make a big difference because a lot of that ammo has like positive. Well, I say positive. Like it has like negative recoil associations a lot of the time.
But it has good like base stats. The stats you care about, the damage and pin, as you kind of go up.
Yeah, but this is the thing. Like, if the thing is the recoil being so low, it's like, well, it actually kind of maybe makes it better.
Yeah,
because usually on anything above SP5, you get plus recoil, and that's going to be less impactful on the. It's like a double up thing. It's like, oh, it looks like this is 30 whatever versus 50 on the other gun, but that's not really fair because normally you either have 7, 10, 5, and 15 on the different bullets. So it's like that on top of the recoil because you're always using a bullet with plus recoil always.
Yeah, because you got to remember
more impactful than it looks.
These things fire at 900 RPM, so like
yeah,
this additional recoil really stacks up when you squeeze the trigger and speeds bullets.
That being
interesting.
Said, you all seem to have pretty low recoil anyway. But anyway,
yeah,
there is there's one more. There's one more weapon, and that is the AK-308. I've not seen this yet. It's hidden in amongst all the others. I missed it on the first go through because it was just there's so many AKs now.
I see it. Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember seeing this.
Fires 7.62 NATO. It's like a Russian FAL.
It looks really cool. It's like
It is cool.
It's kind of like a AK-12 or AK or RPK, but then it's got
probably part of that series, I think.
Yeah, I like the mag. The mag's very cool. I don't know. It's like slightly slanted, but not like.
So
curved.
I modded this thing out in the workbench just to see. I could get this thing to. This isn't without a scope. I could get it to 47 ergo.
Oh,
and 92 vertical recoil.
ooh, I thought that was recoil you were quoting at first. Like,
no,
dear God,
not
this
quite.
thing's gonna break. The balance.
Can-
Someone think of the balance. Think of the semis, Nikita.
Flashbacks to Landmark with the juice cannon in labs, like.
Oh my God.
A heart attack by reading out the ergonomics first. Sorry.
Oh, that's so funny.
So it can take a 24 round mag. That's the biggest mag. It comes with a 20, so
24.
it's actually okay. Yeah, 24. So it's not actually that big, really. It's okay. It could take the AK Evo stock, that new one though, which is pretty nice.
Oh, that is nice. Yeah, newish one.
But, yeah, and it has a suppressor. It's like the old AK-12 in that it only has. It's either like suppressed or actually I don't even know where this. Yeah, it's basically got like a flash hider, and then you can put a suppressor on top of that, and that's it at the moment. That's all you can do with it. So I've not seen this yet. I don't know where you get this. I've got no idea. I actually think the FAL honestly is still probably just better than this gun, personally. But it's cool. It's cool.
Prepper sells it. Task completion.
Probably quest locked or something.
Yeah, 100K rubles.
That's not that much, really.
Yeah, some people are selling it for $500,000, up to $1 million almost. So
you could sell it on the Flea.
Yeah, but honestly, it doesn't look that crazy. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's busted personally.
Yeah,
like from just looking at the weapons builds, because like 90-something recoil, like it's up in the territory with everything else. It's of that like ridiculous recoil level, you know?
Yeah, and only like
that's literally as low as it goes, as well.
It's full auto, right? Capable. Pretty sure I saw that. Yeah. What are we talking? 700? 700's not bad though.
Yeah, so like the shorty FAL gets to like 58, 54 ergo and 99 recoil. So it's. Are people going to use that? Is that going to be meta? Like the FAL could take a 50 round. That's with a 50 rounder. The FAL's just better, in my opinion.
Yeah, but Russian, so style points.
It's cool. It's cool. It's great. Yeah, like, the X-17 honestly, Star is still the best, and or the MDR. But yeah.
Did you have a look at the MDR with short barrel?
I've not looked at the MDR really at all. I had a little gander for the video, but I haven't actually put it together. Apparently, there's like some good handguards and things for them.
Yeah, so I know there's like a little like short, because you can do like a short barrel now and like a little like
a really weird stubby, short one. I don't know what that's about.
Yeah, a little stubby handguard. Looks kind of cool.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with it. Let's have a quick peek. So regular one. There's like a longer one. Oh, because you can have a long barrel MDR now.
Oh, you can go the opposite direction.
So you can go the opposite direction. You can make the MDR a long boy, and then you can use the longer handguard. Although you seem to just lose ergo doing that. It doesn't seem to give you anything else. I'm not really sure why you'd do this. It's got the same recoil. You just lose ergo. And the barrel has 2% better recoil, but again, you lose 2 more ergo. Maybe you can do something on one that you can't do on the other?
Okay.
I don't know, actually.
I've also seen a weird... Oh, that's durability burn I'm seeing pop up. Okay. Huh. Okay, and it has increased durability burn. Anyways, ignore me.
Yeah. The other part, so just general modding, they nerfed the M-Lock cantilever mounts. Did you see?
No.
Oh, it's now minus 0.1. You know the little mount that you put on the side?
Oh,
and you can plaster them all over the M4 to get like +1 ergo all over the place, right? So
I remember those days.
Yeah. They've nerfed them. They've nerfed them to minus 0.1. All of the like little ergo shenanigans.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
And that's like, as soon as I saw that, I was just like, I really am going to have to redo all the gunsmiths, because like my gunsmith builds are like with cantilever mounts everywhere. They're like the whole thing. You know that the meme with like propping up the whole thing, and it's like one little stick. Like that's basically it. It's like my entire Gunsmith build series. Like the little stick is
Yeah.
the cantilever mount plus 1 ergo. But they also took the knife to things like the sights as well. So the sights are now only like half an ergo point each for the Chris Defiance and stuff like this. So you used to be able to get you'd build a gun with like the SAI 14-inch handguard on it, whatever. Put like 4 cantilever mounts on it for 4 ergo, then put the Chris Defiance front back on it, get another 2. So it's just like 6 ergo for free. So the M-Lock ones are now they're now negative. So you're like, oh, I don't want to use that now. And then
Oh, I
the
see.
iron sights are only half a point each. So it's actually like a big deal for some of those handguards. We've gone from like, or those builds in general, I should say, we've gone from 6 ergo to 1.
Yeah.
It's like a 5-point swing for some of them, which is quite funny. So
I mean, I'm glad they did make that change because that was kind of like
it was stupid.
It was a little silly.
It does mean now a lot of the time you end up with like really awkward. I was doing Gunsmith M4 today, the M4 one. And I was just like, oh, it's like really annoying. I need 47 ergo and I've got like 46.8 ergo.
Yeah,
because of like some specific combination of like M-Lock rails and adapters and this, that, and the other. It's like, if you have like some of these other ones, like the M-Lock 2.5-inch rail is minus 0.1. The cantilever mount is also that. The 4.1-inch rail is minus 0.2. So you've got like these like little like decimal levels of ergo now all over the place. I'm like, I don't quite meet the threshold. Like my 0.1 of an ergo or something. Like, it's really annoying.
It's funny.
Yeah, so the MDR could take some new stuff, but I don't think it matters that much. Well, you're probably still just using its base config, but it's cool. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Oh, the MCX. MCX can have a little bit of extra stuff now. It can take. You can put on regular suppressors, so I can get the. I made like a meta build. This isn't a min recoil build, but I made a meta build for the MCX. You can now get the PRS QDC on it because the longer, so there's now 3 barrels. So before the MCX used to have like tiny barrel, regular barrel, and that was it. They've added a long barrel which is like threaded properly, and now you can add all of the normal suppressors for 7.62 on there. So you can put the PRS QDC on the MCX now. You're not just stuck with the T-lock. So you can go like long barrel. There's a new carbon handguard that you put for it, QDC. So that I can get the MCX with a 40 rounder to like 52 ergo and 54 recoil, which is like solid performance. It was before it just was a bit,
Yeah, it felt like you had to choose between
recoil.
Yeah, you had to choose between like recoil and ergo.
Yeah. And it can't take as much stuff as some of the others, but it's like, the ammo's a bit better. It's like that hybrid between 7.62 and 5.45. So it's I feel like the M6 is now like in a better place as well with the updates.
That's cool. I like that gun.
Me too. I think I tried to make the MCX meta every wipe. It never is. Cool. Okay. So economy and flea market.
Yeah.
And various other bits.
Which I think
the flea is now 15.
Yeah.
Rather than being moved. Early wipe. And when you get there, you get a nasty surprise. You basically can't buy and sell anything.
Well, that's not entirely true. You can sell.
It's not entirely true, but you can buy and sell food. And like a couple of gun parts.
Oh, you can't sell a few gun parts?
Anything useful that you might actually want to trade, you're not allowed. So almost, I think so Hideout components are all level 20 at least. Almost all of them are level 25. And some of them are level 30. So hoses, for example, are level 30. I'm being told they changed the fleet item gating this afternoon. What have they done? You can buy Hideout stuff now? What? As of this afternoon? Hideout parts B2030s.
Building materials.
I'm going to check.
Seem to be gated.
Because literally as of this morning, they just changed it. Okay, let's have a quick look. So in the water collector, for example, I wasn't able to buy hoses. And now, and now you can. Now you indeed can. Okay, well, there you go. So the flea market has changed in the last like 3.5 microseconds since I last looked. and now you can buy all sorts of random junk on the flea market.
Can you
Okay, and buy
buy?
kick tapes and everything.
You buy CPU fans?
Uh,
That part's not clear to me. I guess you can because you're level 20.
yes, I would be able to buy them anyway.
Are you level
Yes, you
30?
Can. No, I'm not
Okay, so
level 30.
I can
'Cause
trust the UI. So I'm trying to figure out.
I know hoses before
Yeah.
were they were definitely level 30. When did they make this change? Like literally just now. I mean that speeds up the progression by like an insane amount. So what are they now then? Can you see on the Flea what they are? So like what's a hose now? Can you just buy a hose at level 15?
Mm-hmm. It's weird. I mean, if I can trust what I'm seeing with my eyes, building materials are to have no. They're just
I know
level
you can look at
15.
them in the handbook and you can see the limit there.
Button.
Around lunchtime. Oh, I guess it must have been like just around the start of the cast because usually I'm like got my eye on
Yeah,
this
these
stuff.
all say 15. So all the building materials, as far as I can tell, is 15.
Damn.
Electronics, yes. I think this is safe. So electronics are 20, with the exception of graphics cards being 40 and Tetris being 35. Energy elements are 20, flammables
Yeah.
20, except for certain gunpowders. So I
You're
mean,
right, graphics cards are still 40.
yeah,
I
this
think you
is
can't for some reason you can't see, and I wish that they didn't do it like this. You can't see the requirement once you're past it,
yeah. Oh, it even
which is
goes
actually
away
really
in the
annoying.
inspect as
Yeah,
well.
the
Yeah,
little thing goes away, so you
mm,
can't see what the requirement is anymore,
that was annoying. So I
which is really
guess
annoying.
the general rule is, as of right now, I'm sure this will totally not change in the future whatsoever. Building materials and tools are level 15, and then everything else is 20, roughly, minus a few exceptions, and then your valuables are 30 for like barter
Kind of, yeah,
items. A very
something
like
along those lines.
wide net. Yeah.
I'm literally upgrading my entire hideout in the background, by the way.
It's
I'm like so close to so many things. I've got all this because so the important part as well. Part of the important thing is that you can, some of it needs to be found in raid, and some of it doesn't.
oh
That's
yeah,
one of
they
the other
did
big things
that.
about
That's
the
so
hideout.
weird to
So, for
me.
example, so the rest space, so it's like the critical component needs to be found, and the rest of it you can buy, which I think is like it's kind of okay. I don't mind. So, like the rest space, you need the 4 green batteries, but you can buy the rest if you want.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the water collector, you needed the toolkits and the motors, but you can buy the hoses and the kick tapes.
That's just
The
so weird.
generator, you know, you have to find or craft the bulbex and the motor, but the relays and the wires you can just make, or like you can buy them. So it's like one critical component is often the reason why you can't upgrade something, and it needs to be found in raids, so you have to get out with it. So I don't really mind. The fact that toolkits can be made in the workbench is really really useful because you can do the laundering, right, and make them found in raid
Yes.
by making them, which is quite handy. But yeah, oh, this is a huge change. This is a huge change, allowing more of this stuff to be made early. This is big. This is indeed big because that also means you're able to buy the inputs for stuff. Because one of the issues before was that you couldn't really buy the inputs for things either, because all of that stuff was like really high level too. You know, it's like level 30 to buy the inputs because you can technically, for example, make an LCD in the workbench, but you need a broken LCD. But if you didn't have one, well, it's level 30 to buy one. So you just have to find one. If you can't find one, you're just out of luck.
Yeah.
But now you can buy the inputs. So now you can craft the stuff. So now you can make your items more easily. So this is speeding up progression like insanely.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just weird. It's like this system, and then it's like, all right, well, we're gonna strip away layers of it. I don't know, because I thought that was interesting. Not. I don't know. I don't know. It's just weird. It's just weird so many ways you look at it because they've never done something like this, and then they drop it on 1.0, and they also do the half fine and right and half not, which I just think's really weird as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just wait. What? Oh,
I think it's okay. I think the system's working all right. it's like a way of like gating the Flea, allowing people to use it for some stuff without flooding it with like hideout stuff, making you find some things but not everything. I feel like it's an okay compromise so far. I think it's all right. It definitely has meant I've just like keeping everything, and it's
another way, another experiment.
Exactly. 1.0, it's still in beta. I'm sorry, it just is. It's just the way it is. Got untested systems coming into 1.0.
I know. I feel like this. I feel like so. Like I think I've specifically Clean has talked about this so much. Maybe this was their plan all along. Is like we're just gonna like put it in 1.0, and like you guys just have to deal with it. Nikki is like, I don't want to hear any feedback about this feature. Like just take it. Anyways, I don't know. It's kind of a weird system to me.
The other section to the economy, which is more like combat focused, is firstly that drops are going on at the moment. Drops are going on until the 28th, and I would say they're actually quite powerful. And also because of, I think loot is just buffed in general. So let me just make this statement here. I've given up using 9mm entirely. I stopped using 9mm quite early on because it was quite obvious to me that you're just not going to win with 9mm. Like usually we have, a couple of days at least where it's viable. This wipe, we're like full on like class 4, like class 3 armor is no armor, class 4 armor is level 1 armor kind of situation. Like because of the drops and because of the drop rates as well of class 4 armor, like it's just lying around in the various camps and stuff. Like everyone's wearing class 4. Everybody. Like from day one. And the drops are just like, here's another 6B13. Here's a trooper. Here's a, this, here's a that, here's a whatever.
Yeah.
So it's just like class 4 is just everywhere. It's inundated, absolutely inundated with it. So 9mm just feels absolutely awful. So I gave up on that completely. But it does feel quite like a geared wipe in that way, and I think the drops are not helping. So the drops also had their own. Yeah, so it's like it's viewer drops at the moment in general. People have to watch for up to 9 hours to get the various things, and you get some like bobbleheads and other things that come out of the cases and whatnot. That's fine. And there should be a paid part to the drops, but that had a serious mishap. Did you like? Have you been plugged in enough to hear about like what happened with that? Because that was like a very live streamer section of the Tarkov community problem. So there was supposed to be a paid section where people paid for 1, 3, or 5 gifted subs to get like different things. It was cosmetic stuff, and I think the top one. I can't remember now. Was it Nikita voice or something? I can't remember. It was something. Actually, maybe it wasn't. It was like a pouch or some cosmetic pouch. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Like people were going to do it anyway. So they launched the drops, and people saw it appear in all the streamers' chats, right? And so people started subscribing, and it became apparent only after about like 15 or 20 minutes that like A, no one was getting the rewards, but B, when you like looked into the information, only the viewer drops had been activated.
Uh-oh.
So they said the drops campaign is coming. It's going to be viewer drops and it's going to be paid subs. You can watch, and then you can also pay for these extra few things. And so it appeared, and everybody just assumed, like as you would, right? Like nobody thought like, oh, they're going to not do it. I actually think that they meant to do it, and that there was a problem. I think must have been like a Twitch issue or something happened. And it's it's bad for everybody, right? Because people subbed and didn't get anything. There's not really any way you can't take it back, really. I guess like you technically charge it back and stuff. I'm not sure if you're even able to do that. I don't know. But obviously for the bigger guys, I felt bad for the couple of people who subbed to me, but it wasn't that many because not that wasn't I didn't have that many people in. It was like I'm not that big a streamer. But it was kind of awkward for Pest because he got like I can't remember exactly how many. I think it was like 10,000 or something gifted subs in like 15 minutes. Because obviously people were just like pouring in to just like use their gifted subs on channel 1 because it's just what people do. And then obviously there was no reward. So it put him in a really, really tricky spot, right? Because like everybody, we all assumed that they were alive. All the viewers did, and all the streamers did. And so it's like, really, really tough one. So yeah, any of the bigger channels got a bit like, it just kind of sucks, It's just like, give him the money, and there's like, well, what can they do? It's not his fault, right? It's like, it is what it is. But like even now, I have people coming in on my channel. It happens, I would say, maybe once or twice a day at this point, and drop like 5 gifted subs, and they're like, "Hey, what's going on?" I'm just like, "Thank you so much," just to make you totally aware. I've got like, it's in the drops alert. We've been talking about it so much. Most people have been pretty good about it though, and just like actually everybody has. I don't think I've had anybody who's been negative, just gone like, "Oh, that's fine, like whatever, I'll come back and give some more if it comes back," kind of thing. But like, because BSG said it in the first place that like this is all coming together. People have just kind of read that and then like 4 days later gone, "Oh, I'll go and collect my things now." Just like turned up, give the gifted subs, and it's like, I'm sorry that you've not been plugged in 24/7 into the online Tarkov specific niche streamer controversy. Yeah, it's just crazy. But anyway, so the effect on the game, like the drops in general are just like pretty good, as I said. So everyone's wearing class 4. So like more so now than ever, it's like you need to get ammo in raid for 545 ammo and shoot people with BP, because otherwise you're just not going to win. Even AP 6.3, if you find some of that, like that's 30 pen, it's trash. Just don't even bother. Like you're just not going to win against these people unless you really are just like a headshot demon. Even then, you're going to bounce off TC 2002s, bastions, various face masks that are coming through. Neo steals with the jaws. It's mad. So people are like pretty good. You kind of want to have 37 pen at an absolute minimum against everybody. Otherwise, you're having a bit of a hard time. So the economy is like kind of it's running on some real impetus because of this, and the loot's pretty high actually. I would say in general, which I think is a good thing for BSG. New people coming in, like you want people to be making money. I think that's fine. People are finding good stuff. So yeah, it's just quite funny. Class 4 armor is the baseline. There's always, and we've never been able to escape from that. It's never really been any way to get away from that. No. Yeah. What else? We've covered a lot. We've covered most things, I think, at this point.
I feel like we hit most of the high points. I don't know. I mean, I will say I'm a little disappointed. I mean, I wouldn't even say disappointed, just like I guess not surprised is probably the best way of putting it. I mean, we kind of knew it was going to be what it is.
Like this.
Yeah. I mean, but I mean, yeah, it was just always how it's going to be. So yeah, not disappointed. I'm just not surprised. That's all I'm saying. But I kind of feel like I'm just kind of done with Tarkov, Giga. Like, I don't know. I tried like playing it a little bit, and I'm just like, I just can't be bothered with all the Tarkov-isms of playing Tarkov. You know what I mean? It's like I gotta sit here and like tweak my monitor gamma settings and just so I can like see the game. And like once you do that, and it's like I don't have time to like sit here and like rat out the spawns. I just want to like beeline to my spawn. I get died or to my objective and I just die instantly. It's just like I can't be bothered.
Yeah, I think after playing Ark, I think it's as well. It just showcases kind of like the differing in design. Like you really have to be. It's one of those things like you really have to be in like the right mindset or mood for EFT. In that, Ark's a brilliant game, but obviously, like for Tarkov, you don't have to necessarily be concentrating as hard, right? Like it's not as sometimes you do.
I know what you mean.
Not in the same way, because you always get that like you can be kind of like mind off like loot running, and then you get like hit by the Pharaoh or something. You're just like, oh, like PvP mode engaged, or like hide behind the thing. You always get that second chance. Whereas in Tarkov, it's like loot mode engaged, and then that single shot kills you, and you're back in the stash. So if you're not paying attention 100%, then you're just like, well, I may as well not play.
Yeah,
because like it's kind of it's a hardcore game for playing in a hardcore way, and if I don't feel like that just generally, or you've done how many thousands of hours of it, then there you go. What I would say though is that I think there's actually quite a lot of people saying that they've come back and are enjoying it. So I think it just sort of depends on like how much you've played and like where you're at with it, and where you're at with games in general. Because a lot of people have taken like a big long break and have come back and gone, oh, this is good. And some of the like real complainers online as well are also going like, hey, this like Tarkov's feeling really good actually. And I think
Oh
it's
yeah.
like some of the enhanced loot and all the other stuff. So yeah, no, I was actually surprised. I was like pleasantly surprised how much positivity there is out there in the kind of like the general
Tarkov.
complainer camp of
Yeah.
Tarkov.
Well, that's
So
good.
I
Yeah.
think it just depends. I think.
I think I'm
Just
just that stereotype, that Tarkov burnout. It's like,
I think so.
yeah, that a few wipes ago, or however many wipes, probably like 12 point. What was it 12.12? Where they did the recoil rework that was really bad.
Yeah.
But like it was like such
Yeah.
exciting time. It was probably like one of the pinnacles of like a Tarkov era for me. Ump Ump was like so
Meta.
dominant. Yeah.
Where I went from D to S tier
Yeah.
in like
Or
one
was
patch.
it? Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right.
It
Yeah,
wasn't that one.
because
It was just
yeah.
like list the weapons by fire rate,
Yeah.
sort them from lowest to highest, and that's your new tier list.
Pretty well much. Yeah. In a way, yeah. Good times. But yeah.
But
Yeah, I think
interesting
that's
as well, like,
just
the number of people who've like come in from Ark and been like, "Oh, I've been playing Ark and really enjoying it." Like, "Oh, I've now EFT's launched as well. Like, I've been
yeah,
looking at it a
yeah.
bit. Like, oh, I'm kind of interested. Maybe it's okay." I think there's like quite a few gateway people that have come in through Ark to Tarkov afterwards. There'll be like some small portion, I think, that have gone, well, actually, maybe I do like this experience.
Yeah.
EFT's like the granddaddy of extraction shooters, so maybe give it a try. I've had like one or two.
I think that's really good. I think that's probably my favorite thing about something like Ark is you can, because Tarkov is like, it has that daunting, it has like a notorious status almost about it. You know what I mean? It's like, so yeah. I
Yeah.
think that's good. I did look at the Steam reviews a bit because I did. I think I saw some rage bait on Twitter, and so I ended up like looking at Steam reviews, and there was a couple there that I saw that were like really negative, but they had like they had like they self-admitted they had like 5,000 hours in the game. I'm like, okay, well, you just bought this just to like play, post it. But yeah, I don't know. Some of them were like, you know, uh, yeah, I don't know. It was whatever. It was like kind of mixed, which I think was
Yeah.
come to be expected. But yeah, it's just
Especially with the
it's
day one, like the
such
day
a
one, honestly, like
yeah.
the actual server launch and stuff was probably like it was a lot worse than I thought it was going to be.
That's saying
Like they've
something.
had wipes to sort this out, and it's been pretty. It's been getting better each wipe, and Nikita was like, we've really prepped for this. We're prepped for like 1 million concurrent players, all of this stuff, and for a lot of people, the game was like just unplayable on day one,
Mm.
which like he was writing a lot in the first days, kind of just being like, we tried, like we
Yeah,
couldn't do it.
I do remember seeing that, and yeah, it almost came off in that manner where it's like, just like,
They honestly did their best. Like they didn't try to make this fall over.
oh no,
That's
for
obvious,
sure.
right? Anybody who thinks that is like, that's a ridiculous take, right? Like
Yeah.
they obviously tried their absolute best to get it to work, but this is like a lot of the things in Tarkov. It's just like they just are not able sometimes to actually do what they need to do these things, and it's just hard to know what's going to happen, or even just lack of foresight through either experience or whatever. So yeah, balls to the gameplay servers, but like what actually got destroyed was especially the authentication and login server that got absolutely annihilated.
Yeah.
And then some of the matchmaking stuff as well. And then Nikita replied to Hayes on a post at some point being like, yeah, we had, and the website as well. Like they must not have bolstered the website enough and didn't like, or they hadn't thought carefully enough about how anybody who bought the game on Steam had to go to the website to make an account. Otherwise you couldn't open the launcher and play the game because Steam still plays through the launcher.
Mm-hmm.
Then anybody who had PvE that wanted to wipe also has to wipe through the website. Because you can't wipe in the launcher. You have to wipe on the website. So most people couldn't get in to 1.0 on PvE at all because you just couldn't open the website. People were in like 3-hour Cloudflare like queues to get into the website. So like that was what killed it. Like once you got into a raid, it was pretty good. Like the raid was all right most of the time. Like the gameplay servers were usually okay. but it was all about the matchmaking and the authentication service to log in. Like they just got annihilated, and the website just got annihilated, which is pretty crazy. So like a lot of people obviously were giving reviews on Steam saying like I can't even play the game. This is the 1.0 release and we can't even get in. Like this is ridiculous, and refunding. Then there was a whole drama which is still kind of like burbling on. Which there was a Reddit post basically appeared saying that like BSG, if you refund your Steam account, you play on Steam and then you refund it.
Okay.
Then BSG like bans your other account. There was a big thread about it. Like,
And your
some
other
people
account.
had like they'd bought Steam separate from their main account, and then they'd said that they played on Steam, refunded it on Steam, and gave a bad review, and then their other account got banned. Now this is a big like this went from like BSG bad, bash on BSG, like what are they doing? This surely is illegal, etc., etc. And quite quickly turned into, and I don't know which order this was because I don't keep an eye on Reddit like 24/7. But Nikita put out a statement basically being like, "This is complete bullshit. We don't ban anybody for refunds. We're banning people for cheats. So anybody who's claiming this is just cheating. So they've been hardware banned. That's it." And Reddit's, when I saw later, most of the threads were just like, "I'm pretty sure this is just cheaters saying that they've been banned and trying to make BSG look bad, rather than it being like legit."
Yeah.
Thing. So, but then that means you've got to trust either BSG and what they say. Like if they were banning people, would they say that? No. And they also trust random people on Reddit who no one would ever make anything up on the internet, right? So just withhold judgment, just ignore all the noise. Who knows what's happening? Like maybe it did happen as well. Maybe Nikita wasn't aware. Maybe it happened by accident. Who knows? I've got no idea. So just ignore the noise. Don't worry about it. Nobody knows the real answer. But yeah, I just thought that was an interesting one. There was one extra thing.
Okay.
Chat reminded me. Suppressors.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, we forgot to talk about that. Which is pretty huge.
Is that they moved the suppressor audio range from 100 meters to 260 meters.
Yeah, it's interesting because I saw your video. I mean, if you haven't seen it, you should check out Giga's video. And because as I recall previously how it worked, once you went past the 100-meter threshold, was it 100 or 150?
It was 100.
Once you went past the 100-meter threshold, you just didn't hear anything at all. Like completely silent. Whereas now it seems like potentially there's still sound being played, but it just gets lost in the audio, background audio, like just the general game audio.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Well, it gets quieter and quieter and quieter until you get to like that range, and then you just can't hear it anymore. So it doesn't seem. I think previously there must have been some. Maybe it was it might even have been like a performance thing or something. Like at 100 meters, it went from, even if you had your sound really loud, it went from like quieter, and then there's a steep drop off over about 2 or 3 meters, and it just disappears. That doesn't happen now. It just tails off into just like nothingness. And after 260, I just literally couldn't hear it anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe technically is it still there? I don't know. As you say, like I'm not sure, but yeah, it's like it's like just audible at that point. And then after 280, I couldn't hear it. 300, I couldn't hear anything anymore. But it's cool because now you can hear people from like nearly 300 meters away when they're suppressed. Even it's hard to place them, but you can hear the gunfights. You know things are happening. It makes the game a lot better, actually. I could hear this suppressed fight going on at Sawmill. I went to go and check it out, for example. Like normally, you just wouldn't hear it. You wouldn't even know anyone was there. It also stops you getting just domed by people that you don't even see as well, because you're just like, oh, I know there's a suppressed guy like broadly in that direction. Maybe I want to go fight him, maybe I don't. But I'm not just going to stumble into the guy. Oh, it just so happens that in that particular 40-second period, he didn't shoot, and so I didn't hear him, so I just ran right into him, and then he killed me. So you get more audio info. So it makes more sense. I mean, I always thought it was absolutely hilarious because BSG put out one of their like IRL behind the scenes developer like things on their channel, and it had them receiving like M4 audio at like 250 meters, and I was like, why is it not in the game then? Like you've done it yourself, guys. Like what's wrong with you? But anyway, they've done it with 1.0.
Maybe maybe it was a bug that they ended up. I mean, this is kind of the other thing that I kind of feel.
Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of disappointed.
That's 1.1. We've returned the suppressor audio to 100 meters as it should be. Can you imagine?
I mean, we just didn't get any patch notes, which like I understand. I don't want to like you don't have to show me. I don't know the like stuff you don't want to. It would have been nice to see the 1,000 bug fixes. That's what I'll say.
Yeah.
That's it.
I agree.
That's it. I probably wouldn't have read
I
them
know a lot of
all, but I
people.
would have like at least looked for like one that would have been like, oh, I'm glad they fixed that, you know.
Yeah,
But
I know. Like,
whatever. It's just
I think it's yeah, it's just BSG things,
it's
isn't it?
just BSG things, right? You just like gotta accept this.
Yeah.
Which makes, I don't know. I mean, that's like the blessing and curse of it all. It's always fun. It's always a unique experience being a part and participating in the Tarkov world. I think I'm actually just one of those people that like no longer plays Tarkov, but like I still keep up with it and watch watch people play it. You know, I've turned into that one chatter that's like, yeah, I'm gonna laugh at streamer when they die. Omega Law, I did not see that guy. Omega Law.
Yeah, when the streamer gets foot caught in a cardboard box and dies to level 7 with a shotgun, it's just like
Yeah,
you can live vicariously through people in Tarkov, though, for sure.
no, for sure. I think that's one of the strong points of the game, and from a viewer perspective, is as we talked about before. But yeah, I think that has a certain strong appeal to it for that reason.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Anything else before we wrap it up? 'Cause, I mean, we didn't go too long here.
yeah. I mean, people going through the story. Obviously, I haven't done that much of it yet. We'll see what happens. Looks like some cool things. I don't want to spoil anything, so I won't. I'm not really going to say anything today about the story. We'll kind of, as things trundle along, maybe I'll talk about it a bit more. I know people are trying to like get to the end. I know Nice Guy, for example, is playing because he's basically on Tarkov Burnout as well, right? Like he stopped doing the videos that he does. Like he puts out some updates, but like really it's very bad scav who puts out most of the, Nikita puts out a load of posts and then he like dissects them and analyzes them, whatever. He's sort of almost taken on that mantle. But anyway, Nice Guy wants to finish the game, and he's playing it through on PvE to see the story because it's just quicker and less painful.
Oh yeah. Because now you get
So
yeah okay yeah.
and obviously you'll probably do it faster on PvE, right? Because like this, it's easy if you know what you're doing. It's
Yeah.
easier than
But
playing
you're still
PvP.
gonna start from like literally ground zero. Yeah.
So I think he's getting Lightkeeper in the next day or so. So he's been grinding PvE super hard. So we'll see. It's interesting. I want to know what's happening.
Yeah, I'd be curious to know as well. Yeah.
We've seen like some indications of maybe the route to like some of the endings. Is Nikita said there's going to be 4. There's some of the sort of start of that is like appearing from the people who've like ground the hardest at this point. So it'll be interesting. We'll see how it goes. And we'll probably talk about it more like either next week or like in the coming weeks. As I said, I don't want to spoil anything for people who want to kind of experience it themselves. So
For
maybe
sure.
next time when we know more of it, we can do like a section and like say, okay, this is the spoiler section. If you don't want to listen,
Good idea.
we'll talk about it now, and then maybe we do it at the end or something, so people can like just pause it or turn it off or whatever.
Yep.
But I won't do that now.
Good.
So. But yeah, no, that's it really. I'm just enjoying it. Just like, oh man, I'm just like so slammed, just trying to get everything done. Like doing all the gunsmiths again, trying to get a video out every day, like a proper one, along with the gunsmiths, like streaming as much as I can while the drops are going. Like, it's good to do it. It's like obviously financially incentivized to do it as well, because people are just sat there. Like I never have enough viewers to make ads really work on Twitch at all. And when people are just sat there AFK, like makes a huge difference for people like me, to sit there with 1,000 viewers for 9 hours rather than 120 viewers for 3 hours. It's like I get ad revenue in these days. Normally it's like a few dollars or something.
Mm.
Like it's not. It's like it's a rounding error compared to my YouTube income. So it makes a huge difference for people coming in and just being there, participating during the drops. So I'm trying to do that as much as I can while it's still a thing, because highly incentivized to do that. So I'm just spending a lot. I'm spending every waking moment looking at EFT. Every possible waking moment, and even the non-waking moments have been shortened to try and get more waking moments to be spent looking at this bloody game. So that's where I am at the minute.
Nice. I hope you're still maintaining some level of pleasure and enjoyment, extracting it
It's
from.
still fun to do, so I don't mind. Yeah, it's enjoyable. I mean, I'm actually enjoying playing the game. So
yeah,
but
that's why they call it an extraction shooter.
It's just a lot.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is fine, and it's okay. But it's a lot. So just got to keep, as the kids say, we are locked in.
Yeah.
We're fully locked in.
Cool. Well, with that, I guess tune in next week and see if Giga's still locked in or if he's unlocked.
We'll see. No, I'm going to be locked in for another week, I think.